saying that is only
Last
on
of
the
Us and
PlayStation.
all of the.
If you get an Xbox,
Horizon,
you're gonna want to get Game Pass, and that's the main thing. Because why would you get anything else on Xbox? Because it's all on PC anyway.
Yeah, well, and that's one thing that they kind of said that like because they're really pushing Game Pass, that's like the what they say that like for Microsoft as an entire corporation, Game Pass was like 20% of their earnings, which doesn't sound like much, but then you think that's across Microsoft, and that tells
Windows.
you how good. Yeah, that tells you how good. I might have that figure wrong, but it was something like that. So I was like, that's not much. And then I was like,
But the fact of the matter is that they hemorrhage money with the Game Pass. So, in order to make it more profitable, they're going to have to change it up a little bit, which is then going to piss off a lot of customers who are already on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
and that $1 for 3 months Game Pass thing, and so many people feel like Game Pass hacks. Like, I had this customer come in and buy a Series X because he found a way to get Game Pass for $30 for 3 years.
The thing that makes it good as well is like because you get the Game Pass Ultimate, which is like about $2 more, and that gets you like all of the Game Passes get you live as well. But there's like Game Pass Ultimate, which is I think like $19 a month, gets you 15. The PC Game Pass.
Yeah, it's 15.
Is it like $15.99?
It's $13.95 for just live and $15.95 for gold, or $12.95 I think just for live gold, and for ultimate 1 month is $15.95.
Yeah,
is that PC Game Pass?
That gets you Xbox Game Pass and PC Game Pass, and that's where it's I think really good.
That is good value.
Best deal in gaming.
Is it just?
I need to look into Game Pass a bit more.
Yeah,
because we only sell the ultimate. So
yeah, the Game Pass is kind of the one they're pushing because it's like there is the like $13 one, but it's like, well, why would you get that? When you pay $3 more and you get it like across, and you get some extra games.
Well, no, like the live is just $13, so why not pay $2.90 more?
And you get all the games.
Pass and
you get all of the games. Yeah.
So whenever someone just wants to buy live gold, I'm like, hey, just pay $2 more and get this library of games.
Yeah, and also once people get the library of games, if they get they start to really enjoy a few of the games, they're gonna keep up the thing because they're like, okay, well I want live,
and you games also are coming all the time.
Yeah. The other thing as well is if they have a Series X or a Series X, they're gonna have to buy the expansion drive, which is $420 for 1 terabyte, in order to get all these games on their console. Because that's the main issue that I find people run into.
With the Series S or the X?
Both. Because you can't play games off an external drive with them. You can only store games on there. And you have to transfer it back and forth. If you want to play games off another drive that isn't the hard drive that's built into it, you have to get the expansion pass, which is
but see, that's why you just download a game off Game Pass, rip through it, and then delete it off your hard drive.
Yeah, people don't do that. Like, a lot of the customers that come in, they're like,
they just want to have
I need more space because I play this and this, and then I swap between like 5 games every day. Like someone, because PlayStation now have their Game Pass thing in Australia.
PS Plus.
It's a PS Plus, there's 3 tiers now.
Yeah.
So they
something and something.
The second one now has like a Game Pass thing. So the PS Plus is what it's based on. It's been what it's been the entire time. And then there's a mid-tier one where you get like the collection, like games.
Some
and
games,
then there's a top tier where you get
the games.
You get the same library, but you also get classic. You get PS1.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
And you get game trials for upcoming games, so you can try them now. Like if you don't like them, you don't have to buy it.
I feel like the like breakthrough in that Xbox Game Pass stuff, if that is the problem a lot of people are running into, is like a cloud gaming.
Well, that's what Xbox has. You can do like, and you a Game Pass if you have a Game Pass subscription, so you can download them and play them locally, or you can, and because that's what I'll do with a lot of games where I'm like, this looks cool, but I don't reckon I'm going to get super into it. I'll just cloud play it for a bit, and if I do like it, then I'm like, well, maybe I will download it.
Yeah, okay.
With the PlayStation, like since they launched this, we've had a lot of people saying, hey, I've downloaded all these games, but I can't download all the ones that I want. So they're buying the NVMe SSDs because, like the Xbox, you need specific hardware.
SSDs. My dad has
you need the M2 drive.
Has like a 500 gig one because like he plays Warzone a lot.
Yeah.
But he's like, if I want to play Warzone, it's literally the only game he can have downloaded.
It's like 300 gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what they do is they're like, hey, I've downloaded all these, but I need space. The only way is to buy the hard drive. So after, they think it's like, it's a $20 upgrade, whatever. But then they're buying Sony's hard drives now in order to put all the games on their PlayStation, and same with Xbox.
Yeah,
they get the Game Pass, and then they make $750 for 2 terabytes.
Yeah, but that's dummies who just want to download all the games.
Yeah, I know, but that's a decent portion of them.
I know, I just want to go to my channel.
Yeah, but if you want a PS5...
maybe after Christmas I'll consider it, but...
Unlikely. Bundles. Otherwise, I have a digital one that I can just get now for $650 if you want.
The what?
A digital one. So it's like the Series
Sounds good.
S.
Oh, okay, so like
Also, the no disc.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
And I've actually got one that I can sell.
Oh, I should hit record.
Yeah, I'll consider. It's like I'll need, because every year I get to like the start of December and I'm like, oh no, I need to buy Christmas presents. And I'm like, oh no, I have saved no money to buy Christmas presents. And then like,
how this keep happening?
Yeah, literally. How do they do this every year?
You want to put Stride with the rest of them?
Yeah, go on, Kyle.
I was going to just throw it at him.
Start
When he tells me.
Suddenly, Stride.
What's that campaign called again?
Curse of Stride.
Yeah, I love that.
I played.
I reckon it's so interesting.
It's very cool.
And then it's like Vampire Man, and
Yeah,
he's
I
got his
never
own
got to
vampire
finish it, unfortunately. But
dimension.
There is a gelatinous cube. Pop. It's worth $100 right now. Resale value, because it came out during like 2020 New York convention or something.
Like a limited convention. One.
And it was during
Yeah, special.
lockdown, so we didn't get many at all in Australia.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like AU to get it.
Or you could buy God of War for only $25 more.
Exactly. Or you can just price match and get it for $109.
Or eat some Carl's Jr., make your own gelatinous cube.
Ooh, baby.
Love me some
Gonna be crawling through the
gelatinous
sewers.
Yeah.
Cats in no time.
Oh,
What's the top level slime called? It's like the black pudding.
black pudding.
Yeah, oh boy, the black pudding.
Yeah, I love that that's their actual name.
Yeah,
Black pudding. Yeah.
black pudding.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to fight that spotted dick side.
Pudding. Delicious.
Pudding.
Pudding. Ripper.
How we doing today?
19.
6.
Oh, yep.
Do we
Test
roll
them.
all?
I'm just rolling 1.
2.
Balls to the walls.
Uh-oh.
And I'll get all these shiny dice, not to roll them.
But they're going to be so
20s.
so exhausted.
A 3, a 9, a 10, and a 20.
Roll the 21 over and over again, I reckon.
Yeah, just use that
20s explode.
15.
15. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Here's the rest of mine. 14,
I'm
16,
saying a
19,
20
20.
I'm seeing a 19 and a 20.
This is a definite increase from last
It's a
week.
year of miracle.
Do you want to pop the Games Workshop somewhere?
Oh, in case we need
Shoved
the
him.
board. Oi, fighting. We're fighting the AUS to resurrect Ronan.
No, we're just going to kill
Holy
Maximus
what?
and then...
Holy what?
So you have to res them both down.
Yeah.
Holy what?
Yeah.
Upcast it. Upcast it.
You
Holy
can do
what?
2 at once, I know this.
Wait, you have a disguise kit? Kill Aximus.
Yeah,
Disguise
kill
as
Aximus.
Aximus.
Disguise
He's wearing
as
his
Aximus.
face.
Res him.
Res this
Save
boy.
the Anos.
No, res Ronan. As your Aximus wearing Aximus's face.
Oh, I was going to say...
Where's this?
Kill Aximus and then dress Ronan as Aximus.
Oh.
Oh, he needs to be saved.
The rest of the campaign is like suits, but instead of a fake law degree, it's the fake Alice's son.
Yes.
You just bluff
Hello,
it.
Dad.
How do you do, fellow nobility?
It's like, I'm a little fuzzy. What was that thing we used to do as kids? Oh, yeah.
And
right,
also
right.
your name?
What was my middle name? Yeah.
Alright there, Homer, what's your first name? I don't know.
Okay, Mr. Burns.
Oh yeah, Mr. Burns. What's your first name?
I
don't know. Watched you know the one where like Homer gives up on his faith and then like the place burns down?
Yeah.
Like the like
I'm like a warm, toasty cinnamon bun.
and then when like Net like please Lord let Homer hit the soft springy mattress.
What?
Back into
Right back in.
Fucking destroyed me. Just the. As he goes back
He
in.
passed out, so
Yeah.
he throws him out the window and he yells.
And he just hits him.
Straight back in.
Wow, we are.
Wah. Well, I guess you guys could start giving a recap if you would like for anyone that missed last session.
Last session, the 23rd of October, 2022.
Session number
insert
28.
Law and Order.
Session number 32.
Session number 25.
Session number 28.
26.
Not a single one of us.
Oh dear
It was
Lord.
session 25 at this current
Session
time.
28 starting from the start.
Star
Session
date.
32
Oh, no.
from
I
however
don't know.
Keeks got
24
that.
sessions initially.
I don't know.
Yeah, Keeks had an extra 5 sessions on his own.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell you guys. Me and Keith.
Follow DMing
Escaping the
myself.
Underdark.
Session
much.
number 1 was Sunday the 5th of January 2020.
Wow.
January.
2020.
And then there was a good
Crap.
year
The
to
notes from
break.
it need Thea was trying to calm down the Griffins. Hadrick is the alcoholic foreman of the mines. Akita Hope equals Melanie. Shield equals only 1. I got a 25 gold onyx gem.
Did
There
you?
you go. Have you sold that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
When?
Holding on to it.
I don't know.
It would have been like the very
In the
first
mines
thing
somewhere,
you had.
probably.
Oh yeah, let's
To the
see.
dryer.
Let's see how my dice
A
goes.
little ahead up.
Then there was Harold Dirtley and Groll Van Hosten, who were miners. Who I
Harold.
think they died.
How old are they?
Yeah, they're dead too.
Oh yeah, that's an L.
They were
Looks like a, looks like a D.
Thank you.
And Spudorn touched lock that only he could see. Vision of angel, unconscious, stone that can't be taken from him. So that's when that stone that we've just found, that dates back to 5th of January
Yeah,
2020.
Yeah, we just parted with it.
The thing, and then he looked on.
But interesting, there was a vision of angels. I've missed that part.
Vision of angel.
Yep.
One.
I guess
Angel.
Just the one.
Angel.
More an angle.
More an angle.
Oh, there's our quote for the sesh.
I like my notes from,
Fuzz. Check.
my notes from last session. Today is the day of Yurda, 21st of Yurdis, 3008. Holy war against the frogmen!
Yeah, I didn't have many notes apart from we killed frogs.
Yeah.
I know, I need to beg Al.
My notes are like combat stuff, and
Yep.
then Malatar is the frog deity.
Yeah.
The frogs are eating the magic bugs. Guard Boyle, guard Lambert, bracket, extra healed.
Oh, that's
Here's the
right.
one that I
Oh,
did
yeah.
that got the like magic surge on. He's like, am I taller and more buff?
Oh,
Yeah.
my teeth are
Did
back.
you give me the super soldier serum from Captain America?
That was amazing. We went through the whole thing like, all my molars are coming back in, like my wisdom
Oh,
teeth.
my wisdom teeth.
I've been recircumcised.
That's right. Yeah.
Uncircumcised.
That was the best bit. I was
Uncircumcised.
crying.
I need to be recircumcised.
Do you perform emergency circumcisions?
If the morning's right.
That's right. So, to give you a recap of last time, since we started back at the first session and then did not recap last session,
Holy war.
Holy War against the Frogs. Now there are a bunch of we're in the city of Ashara. Oh, by the way, hi, welcome to Dungeons and Nurglings. I'm Nergy. I'll be your host and DM, and these are my players and your, I don't know, protagonists, I guess.
I mean, our protagonist just died, so.
The coterie.
Rip. Rip the code.
Not yet.
If we play our cards right.
You haven't said yes yet.
Dakota Maximus. If Maximus plays his cards right.
I didn't like
I hate all of
I
that.
didn't like that. Yes, so our party got to the city of Ashara around Yirda, a once a year sort of thing that the entire calendar is actually based around. Where magic goes a little bit strange and the Yird moon becomes most visible and its fullest state. Our party wandered around and ate a whole bunch of stuff. There were fireworks and shows and people performing in the streets, and everyone was out, sort of, mac and cheese, bringing the goods. And there was an announcement that the AUS was going to be standing down, and his youngest son, Alphinus, aka Aximus, is next to be the AUS. Now, this isn't immediate. You got some time, but he also asked you guys to be his coterie, or at least part of. That went down, And then after the announcement, after gouging someone's hand for, smack talking the AUS.
Oh yeah.
Hermes
This is a random.
Well,
that was
random
just,
demon owl from nowhere.
de-fingered heckler.
Hermes took off
Degloved.
arm at the elbow.
Oh,
Degloved a man.
de-gloving is hectic.
Yes, it is.
And so after people sort of dispersed a little, you started to hear screaming from in the city, from the outer rings of Ashara. You guys headed directly west, and two of you stayed to sort of help corral people, with Hermes flying up above to provide vision. You got to the gates with Ronan in tow. Popped Ronan up on the wall and sort of held the gate. Frogs leaping in, stuff flying everywhere. Wielding some magic. And you held your own pretty well. Horse Kincaid with unconscious Varus. Well, conscious, but
Tranced.
tranced Varus. You guys came in a little bit after, and you sort of, Varus did a pretty swag flip up onto the wall and noticed that Ronan was no longer standing. Being out of your eyesight, it kind of slipped your notice, and it turned out after you dispatched the last of the toad people that he was no longer alive. You tried to minister to his wounds, tried to stabilize him, but he'd already died. Two of our party basically lead-footed straight back to the citadel in the center of Ashara, while the other two sort of cleaned up, arranged bodies, and performed some funeral rites, as is Kincaid's modus operandi. And
Mission.
yeah, and you guys got back to the citadel, but barred access to speak with Aximus. Varus finally clutched through with an emotional plea. The one good roll of the session.
That was
And
very
convinced the guard to spare one of their men from their very busy time to go inside, get Aximus, and bring him out to you. And that is where we'll pick up. Now, we'll start over here. What are you guys doing in the interim? So, arranging bodies and tending to anyone that's still alive. What else are you guys wanting to do?
There was that one frogman tied up, the purple one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right. The one that was up on the wall that most likely killed Ronan.
Yeah. So I'll just make sure his bonds are secured.
Yep.
And kind of drag him, still unconscious or whatever, just into the thing at the gate.
Yep.
Like to be handed over, and because I'm like, even if we wake him up, I can't speak to him, so I could understand him if I used my cloak, but I couldn't speak. So just kind of make sure his bonds are secured and let Kincaid finish his rites and rituals.
Yep. And so, I mean, you've seen people minister to the dead before, but there's a certain sort of reverence, and it's almost like a performance with Kincaid. It's something quite out there. Like, you've seen him writing people's names, but arraying all these dead bodies and taking their names, and it's a very solemn sort of occasion. He almost makes it business-like, though. It's very humdrum for him. This is not an emotional thing. This is just people die. And so he performs the rites. He marks down anyone's name that he knows. Otherwise, descriptions of them.
Yeah, I've got.
Did we ask the guards for some names?
Yeah,
maybe,
so we got Ronan, obviously, the two true hearts who were Rael and Ahmet. 9 frogmen and 4 civilians.
Yep.
So didn't
Farmer with a pitchfork. Cool.
Yeah.
Old man with a
Cabbage man.
NPC cabbage seller.
Yeah.
Number 2. At some point, a detachment of guards, you hear them sort of coming through the city. This is probably after 5 or 10 minutes after these guys have left.
Yeah.
So guards are beginning to disperse around the city to key points. Are you guys hanging around? Are you sort of just going to hand off to them and head back? What do you?
I'd probably just hand off to them. Like, obviously, if Kincaid's finished, and should we?
Yep.
Kincaid, should we take this prisoner with us or leave him with the guards? Maybe. What are you thinking?
If he is the one that killed Ronan, then perhaps for his own protection, we hand him to the guards.
True, I suppose. If we
Not
do want
that
him
I don't
questioned,
trust Varus and Thuridin, but I don't trust Varus and Thuridin. They get in that weird, really tortury mood.
I've not done that.
Thuridin on the other side. In the city, he's just his elbow's just tingling.
Yeah.
I don't scare people with minor illusion.
You threaten to do it,
Threaten people.
but that's it.
That's all I do is scare people.
No, I did the people's elbow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you
And
actually
send
pasted
them
them on sword.
and send them mad.
Hey, that's
Without
not my
a
goal. That's the
Oh, I
boss.
kill people. Yeah, but he was already dead. That's just like tenderizing a steak. Like really tenderizing it at a really big steak.
Pureeing.
You know how they crush up the bones and the ligaments and everything when they do like nuggets? That's just what we're doing.
That's it.
Just making some people nuggets.
Chimkin nuggies.
For the
I
mushrooms.
wanted to ask
Yeah.
a question.
Just where do you like blood and bones the best fertilizer?
At least I interrogate them. I keep them alive to do it.
Yeah.
He was already
This is
dead.
true. This is true. Anyway, getting sidetracked.
Yes.
Yeah.
So hand off the frogman and explain he's a prisoner. Keep him alive.
Prisoner of war.
They'll probably want him questioned if he is intelligent enough to be questioned, and then
ask one of the guards, Lambert or Boyle or whoever's around.
So it's not the same guards that come back, but a different detachment
Is there like
of True Hearts.
a sergeant?
Whoever's in
Whoever's
charge.
in charge.
Yeah.
What's the title?
We don't bother role playing it. Just what do you
just,
ask?
just like, do they know like who the frogmen were?
In general, there's a vague sort of understanding that they live in the marshes to the south, but past that, the guards themselves.
Are they just called frogmen?
No, these are called. Damn it,
Bullywugs?
no. Grung.
Grung. Oh,
Wait, G-U... Wait,
G-R-U-N-G.
Like the prongs of a ladder.
Yep. Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly.
Damn, that was funny.
That was good. That's my gold right there.
Grungs.
So yes, they're known to live in the marshes further south, but not. Well, it's never happened that they've come into the city before.
How far south are these marshes?
And how explosive are they?
The marshes?
Hmm.
I was like, the marshes or the frogs?
both.
Yes.
pretty wet.
The marshland you guys travelled past it's a expansive space. Like it's the
We
entire.
came from north down.
No.
We came north down, sort of like went around and.
Did we?
So Broad Axe came down round to Senhaven, sorry, and then up to Ashara.
Not north to the south. All this talk about coming from the north.
We went southeast and north.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
South, east, and north. Yes, correct. Yep. So yeah,
So just like a 3-point turn to get to Ashara.
No, you just did a
No, it's like
square.
a U shape.
Yeah, a little horseshoe.
So we came down from Broadaxe. We could go west to Falmouth, but we went
Or
east.
the place with the mystery.
So we went east and then hooked around up to Ashara.
One day we'll get a map going.
Yeah.
One day.
I'm scribe and treasurer. I can't be the cartographer as well.
That's acceptable. So you guys hand that off. You sort of have a quick interaction with the guards and get some brief information.
Other one was the bugs.
Yeah,
The magic bugs.
haven't seen them before. That's
A new thing.
this is something weird.
Do they think like because no one was really remarking on it?
Oh, people were like sort of standing and watching them. No one was
And
like,
no one was-
oh my
Everyone's
god,
like, it's Yurt. What are you
It's
gonna do?
bugs.
people
Yeah,
just,
things go a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
weird. Things go a bit weird.
Petition to rename it to Weird. Y-W-W... No. W-Y-Y-R-D.
No.
We'd get brand infringement.
Yeah, how dare you?
This Weird is a company that does the Malifaux.
Oh, okay.
It's like kind of like a
Not acceptable.
like Warhammer, but like small scale skirmish and better.
So yeah, people haven't really seen. I mean, people have seen bugs before. These ones a little bit different, but not a common occurrence.
Interesting.
Other than that, the guards are sort of, they're not there to chat. They're on the lookout. They're
We'll
checking the perimeters.
briskly make our way over to.
They leave a
Vale.
couple sort of inside the gate wall, because knowing that they leap, they sort of stand inside the walls. There's no point in being outside the wall. So they leave a couple there, and the rest sort of split to just check the interior, see if there's any remaining. And you guys head back, I assume?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Do we have? Because weren't we like deputized by your cousin, whose name I'm blanking on? Tesora.
Yeah, but that's
that was for like specific stone break.
Yeah. I was thinking like, like I'd probably say to Ricky, like, so do we have anything? 'Cause I don't remember. I feel like she would have given it to him. Did Tesora give you anything? Like do we have a badge? Anything like that? A letter of warrant?
I don't think so because the work we were meant to be doing for her in Stonebreak was
really
also
on the
meant to be.
Yeah.
It was more like, okay, she's like the head of the guard, so we're not gonna. She can get us out of any trouble we find ourselves in if it's related to that. But
I was thinking that if we're going to be poking our noses around after whatever this frog thing in Ishara is, it would be good to get something from Elf.
yeah,
I suppose we have to call him Eximus now.
Yeah.
But
we can start name dropping that we're.
get something. Well, yeah, we don't. Oh, well, actually, we're friends of Eximus, and then the guards go, "Oh yes, and my tail is a snake," and
And me as a human male has a tail.
exactly.
No, do you want
That is a snake.
I don't think I see him.
Oh
yes,
yes,
please.
Cooking.
Fucking stunned.
Yeah, if we're going to be poking our noses around, a badge or letter of writ or warrant or something could get us out of this sticky marmalade.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't have anything in my notes about her giving us a badge.
I was very
didn't-
I
yeah.
want people to know about it.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought, but I was just
Whether
wondering
ask,
if we
yeah.
had something. I mean, I probably wouldn't help in Ashara anyway. In which case, either way, all roads lead back to we should try and get something.
Yeah.
Because we don't want the guards to be like, who the hell are you
Yeah,
guys?
bit
And
of
we're
a-
like, we
bit of
need to
like
buy
a-
goods
yeah.
and supplies. Like, okay, need to buy goods and supplies. You're under arrest.
Okay, get
Bit
out
of
of the way.
scroll of pedigree sort of
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Do you not know who I am?
No, I really don't. So we'll say this discussion is sort of while you're
As
heading
we're like
back
walking
into the.
back.
And so you guys waiting at the front. The guards are expectant, sort of like a couple of them keep head checking the door to see if the guard that went inside to see if he's come back out again. And you're waiting there probably 10, 15 minutes.
Jeez.
Um,
Big castle.
Big castle, one man sent to find one person.
In the panic room.
And by the time you get anything, you guys would have actually returned. So the general populace are sort of around the central south gate of the Vale. The guards out the front have sort of been dispersing people. You've seen a few little troops running through the city to check on the situation, see if anything's on fire, see if people need help, checking the security of the Vale itself. And as you guys sort of walk through the center, it's calm chaos at this point. There's no more screaming in the city, for example. The small firefly-looking things, these bugs are still flitting around in the city, but you haven't seen any toad folk on any grung. Sorry, we'll use their correct names. Haven't seen any grung on your passage back in. You sort of meet up with Thuridin of Varus, quite agitated after waiting there with Ronan's body on the ground.
Palace gate.
Yeah.
Sort of.
No,
They're
they're
still-
they're in front of
I would have
the
picked
castle.
up Ryan at this point, so it's not like lying on the
Yeah.
ground.
Yep.
It's like
So you come across
it's like
these,
somberly looking at his body out the front.
and so you return, and I mean they don't technically know what's transpired.
Yeah, what's
well-
what's the go?
We're waiting for Alf. They wouldn't let us in.
Understandable.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Annoying. But
Yeah.
understandable.
Bit of a state of emergency.
This is why we need a badge. Or a, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever, a something.
Yeah, Kincaid was
Make way
suggesting
for
we get a deputized or a badge or a scroll that
Stop
kind
in the name of
signifies
Special deputies of the blah blah blah.
yeah special forces so we can
Ooh, special
unlock
forces.
doors.
The executive branch.
Well, yeah, in that vein, I'm probably going to have to offer to join the coterie to give us at least something to bargain with in trying to get Ronan res.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm gonna probably offer up Thorin's, allegiance to him. In that
Do
case,
you think that would damage the coterie? Would he want people in the coterie that are only going into the coterie as a bargaining chip, not because they want to be there
it's
and
less a
want to serve
bargaining
the
chip and
realm?
more when his time comes, whether or not I finish doing whatever it is I need to do, I'll be one of his coterie.
You'll answer the call.
Exactly. I'm like, oh, nah, hold on, mate. I'll be there when he needs me.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
I mean, I'm not the king,
seems
but if I was
right
the
now.
king, I would want people who just want to be in the coterie because they believe in it and because they feel the call of the duty of the people.
Well, maybe, but the whole world's not perfect and we can't always have what we want. Sometimes you just have to take what you can get.
I want my cake and eat. What's the point of having the cake if I can't eat it?
I think magic can help you with that one, but that's it.
While you guys are discussing, you hear a and this massive wooden door opens inward, outward, because you wouldn't want it opening inwards. You hear it creak open, not like an old hinge or anything. It's just a large piece of wood on the hinge that it's on is pretty heavy duty. And the guard pokes his head out. He said to come join. So.
Walk right through the guards with him.
And so the guards sort of like, whoa, just these two, yeah?
They're with us, mate.
They're
Aximus knows that we're all together.
Make a persuasion check.
Not good. It's only 8 total.
Okay.
So I think it's only 8. I get +3.
very
Yeah, only 8.
At disadvantage, because you have persuaded him to let you in. He sort of... okay. Please watch them, he sort of says to the guard inside. I will. 4, 5... Oh, 4, sorry. Okay, follow me. Sorry this took so long. And he sort of closes the door and locks it behind you guys. And you step into the well-appointed entry sort of chamber of the castle. And he takes you this long route through the western side, which you haven't been to before. The eastern side was where Maximus's office was previously. But he leads you, like your footsteps echoing through the chambers that you walk through. And he sort of, I'm so sorry it took so long. This castle is quite large and there was basically nobody in here except one of the meeting rooms up the back. So we won't be able to go straight in, but they will give me a signal when you're allowed to join. This is sort of a AUS. This is his coterie action. So
it's not just Alf in there.
No,
AUS
I couldn't barge in and
else is
just
in
pull
there.
him out. Not in this state of things.
Yeah, fair
Yeah,
play.
that's
My
good.
apologies for the timing, but you will get to speak to him. And he sort of leads you, and he says, "Okay, we'll have to wait here until the guards signify." And so through the open doorway, you guys can hear. There's probably 10 plus voices. Not all speaking at once, not all yelling or anything like that. It's a fairly calm affair, but there's urgency in the words that are being spoken. Without putting names to faces, you just hear voices. So you hear a male voice. "Where is Kovaya?" And you hear a response. "She can handle herself. She's all right." You hear a feminine voice. "We should listen to Aximus. He will know best how to handle the people. He has been away from us and living among the people, and as Alos in waiting, he should be with them." You hear an elderly throat clear. "I concur. There is wisdom in putting Aximus with the people. Guards should be stationed at intervals around the city, and all healers should set up in a field station somewhere central. Giving the people a purpose at this point would make them feel useful, abate all the fear. We need their assistance too." And then you hear a masculine voice, a deeper sort of male. "Temmie makes a great suggestion. Reports sound to be concentrated south and west, so we'll put the main sweeps there. Smaller crews can do a cursory check in the north and east. We'll ensure that we're covered. Overflow of folks should stay north." And then you see the guard sort of gesture, and he said, "Yeah, just be careful. It's the Alos." And so you guys are sort of led to the chamber. And sitting at a large wooden table, there's a number of people, different states. Some people are pacing, walking around. One sitting up the back is sort of leaning against the wall. There's a few sitting around the table. You see the Alos is central, and he appears to just be listening, watching everyone that's talking. And they sort of, you hear Aximus. "Oh, hi guys. We're kind of in the middle." Oh,
I just sort of bow to the Alos.
Yeah.
Before like turning to Alpha, like.
Yeah, he sort of sees you guys come in, and then he sees what you're carrying. Oh no. Put him on the table.
The boy, he.
And you hear people. Is the boy dead?
He fell protecting the city. The frogmen, they got him. Alf, we were entrusted to protect the boy from, the Koya, who really my whole life, the only group of people that have felt like a true family, and I feel like I've just betrayed them by letting him fall. He's, been taught his whole life that the shadeless, we who live outside of Glendelta are scary, not good, shouldn't be, messed with, but they trusted us. He trusted us. He died protecting the very people who his whole life he's been brought up to think aren't one of his own.
Third, and I'm so sorry. Are there any? He's sort of asking the table. Any? Does anyone know any restorative magics that could bring him back? And the people at the table. A elven fellow, the one standing against the wall. He's got like a satchel around his waist, a shoulder-slung bag. He's Govaya could. She's a paladin of Thorm. She could. We do not know where she is, but she is. With the True Hearts, she will be defending the city. If you can find her, she may be able to
Do you know which way she would have went, which wall they were?
Ask the same question.
Ricky, can you contact her?
I can. Yeah. I'm sure I could after only that one meeting.
Yeah.
I do have a single spell slot left. Do you want me to find out where she is?
I mean, it's the quickest way to get to it. If you don't mind using your last spell slot, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to use it for Ostrin, but I can do that tomorrow.
The AUS is sort of dreadfully sorry for what has befallen this young man. Thank you for his service for the city. There are many who have died, and resources will be stretched thin. I cannot guarantee that anyone will be able to do what you need, but we will contact my daughter and see what is possible.
Well, if Kavai's the one, he's helped her out a great deal. I'm not sure if you know about the package of Songstone that we've been trying to deliver to her. But
The special delivery.
if it was not for this boy, she would never have gotten a gram of it.
How does he react to that information? And how does the room react?
Roll insight.
Yeah, I was about to
I was thinking
that
that
same
People
thing.
know?
Is everyone going to be
15.
like, she's got a delivery of
Yeah.
heroin?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. We don't know what
yeah,
Songstone's
straight
like,
up
kind
Songstone.
of.
Yeah, it's like, wait, what?
She's got how much cocaine?
Where did you say you dropped it off?
What was it, inside?
yeah, it's a load.
I got 17.
I rolled at 16. I just don't know.
Whoa! All right,
25.
boys.
Yeah.
The high rolls.
When 15 is the lowest, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
You can see on the Alos's face, he's, regal sort of structure, half elven, so there's some elven features to him, but he's got the ruddy sort of complexion of a human. And his greying hair, he sort of sweeps it behind his ear, and he looks a little taken aback, like has not heard this information. He doesn't seem overly shocked by it, but he was on it. No, it's not. it's used
Not
for
the special
Yeah.
heroin.
I thought it's just for like magic.
It's not that black tar stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what I thought. I thought it's just for like a magic enhancements, like that sort of thing.
I
Not
was thinking even like
magic
like
enhancements.
plutonium or something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what? She got a
Nah,
delivery
yeah.
of weapons grade uranium? Say?
So you guys have actually encountered Songstone before.
Yeah, it was on the thingies at Broadaxe. Wasn't
Yeah.
Correct. The
Yeah,
buildings, the
The
huts,
crystal things.
Yes, yes.
the
yeah.
defenses were
The big mind
crafted
beams.
with
Yeah.
Songstone.
The magic cannons.
Um,
Mannons,
it's
as we called them.
the Mananans.
Mannons.
Yeah, so you know it's not like an illegal substance or
Yeah.
something like that. It's just
just
fairly
gotta-
rare.
Stuff.
So he's he's laughing at Mananans.
At the, oh, no, my brain went to like, at the mocha, Pokemon. That's Copacabana, but.
Yep.
Sorry, serious moment.
You see an elderly orc lady, quite softly spoken. Did you say he was from the Koya?
He was the one who tracked down this package that was stolen from us by a rebel group of Shaded.
I'm quite surprised that they let him leave Glendelta.
We became inundated with the Koya. We
I'll show my tat.
We spent a good month and a half in Glendelta. We went down to the deeps. We fought a Hydra.
The ruins of Wolfpine. Well, not ruins, but ruins.
We rode a dragon.
At this point,
Spoke to
the
sisters.
the half-elven fellow leaning against the wall is, "Oh, that is you! Oh, I should have recognized. Hello."
Need a wipe because
Oh! We saw him in the
The guy we ran into.
We
at the
ran
middle of
into we ran into you. In
Oh, wait, really?
Vaman!
Hang on.
Valen.
Vaman.
Oh, the guy with the unicorns. The same guy we ran into after we saw the unicorn.
Yeah, we just ran into him like randomly, and we were like, "Oh yeah, no, like, do you want to come with us?" He's like, "No, I want to go home." We're like, "It's like 100 clicks that way. Good luck. I hope you make it."
Frank Jackson, as soon as you said we ran into, that Frank Jackson, he went to Dolphin.
Person of Monpoix.
Completely.
You did not recognize him because he is
Washed.
manicured now. But the state that you saw him in
Yeah.
originally, he was very.
Forgot about that.
I have
Wow.
no memory of that whatsoever.
Yeah,
Still.
It was
Yeah,
talking to him.
yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
It was one of the random encounters we had.
Yeah, I think so.
I made my way home safely. As you can see, I am
Good to
safe.
see.
And you made it from the deeps.
We went to the deeps, we saw the sisters, we fought a Hydra, we rode a dragon back up because there's no way up Wolfbine.
At this point, a figure sort of stands up, and he's probably 6'8". He's a dragonborn fellow, and he says, "Vannon, you are in Wolfbine?" And Vannon's, "Yes, Yaka. I was going to see if they are the Halftooth clan. They have not responded. So I came across these four." And Alf sort of chimes in. So just so you're all on the same page, I've asked these four to be in my coterie. And people sort of, oh.
Yes, we met you.
Good.
they're
You're damn right.
We met you on the here of the 3rd of Yerdis.
a fella that's been pacing. He's bald head, human fella, well toned, very very lithe, like smooth, fluid movement. He sort of walks closer and eyes you guys. Seems all right. Could have done worse, Alf. Hey guys, I'm Bill. Part of the current coterie. William Gurglil. Gurglil, yeah. And, I mean, this is the rest of the coterie. Would you like names?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
the
please.
No, I took
Yeah.
you're one of the coterie, man?
No.
No, you just...
I am the dignitary between all cities.
Ah, that's...
That's why I was headed to Wolfbine.
Did you find the half-tooth tribe?
No sign. So I'm not sure where they
If
where
you
they are.
asked us, we could have been able to... Like, it's possible that the Koya would have been able to help us track them.
We didn't hear or see hide or hair of them, though, did we?
We,
No.
After
they
we
told-
left.
And
so
no one
Half-tooths.
Yeah.
Elspeth told us about Cyril Halftooth.
Yeah.
Who would have been able to tell us more about Glendolfa and the Halftooth tribe just like traveling around Glendolfa like everyone else is.
Okay.
But we never
Meet.
encountered them.
Alright.
I feel like we met someone who talked about them.
Also,
Yeah, no, I know she told us about them.
So the reminder from that one shot was
Cyril's.
Isaac played Cyril Huff.
That's, I think, what I was
Is
thinking.
what
Yeah.
you're probably thinking.
Yeah, 'cause
I believe that is.
You,
what I
you
was
did not
thinking.
encounter any half-tooths.
like we
Half
don't know
teeth.
anything
it
about
was
them.
only the Koya and the Fel.
You got it good.
We know the Halftooth tribe
Gross
was...
feet.
I feel like they said they were south of them or something at that point in time, or something like that. I
We
can't-
don't know.
Unclear.
But they were somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in Glendolfa, which
Okay,
is
so
quite an
we don't
expensive
think they've been
place.
exterminated or anything. They're just...
No.
Just
Not in Wolfbine.
Not in Wolfbine.
Okay, cool.
So Bill
Gurgleheim?
So sorry.
Gurgilil,
And he's a-
Gurgle.
human.
Bald strong man, I have.
Human
Gurgilil.
Gurgilil.
strong man. I'm immediately picturing her like, put him up, holy, to
Yeah.
like, does
I'm
he have a
picturing
big
that as well with,
handlebar
like-
moustache?
He
And,
does
like the
now.
round ended like
Yep, and like
Dumbbells.
the wrestling one piece,
Yeah, with,
and
like,
it's like
the
the
one
red and
strap.
white stripes.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
picturing like the sort of leopard print one.
Oh, even better. Yeah, no, scratch the red and white stripes, leopard print one
No,
shoulder.
he is not
Oh.
a strong man. He's actually quite light, but he's
Live.
well toned, so athletic as all
What's his name?
hell.
Bill Gluggelheim.
Bill Gurgilil.
William Gurgilil.
William Bill Googlil.
Yeah,
William.
people call him Bill because William.
William Google Lil.
Mind if I call you Willie? I did meet a good bloke called Willie once.
Sure.
If I call you Ian.
The dragon.
How do you spell that?
So
Gurgil.
prepare yourselves
We'll do
seven
some introductions.
spots for the current code.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
So we have Bill Gurglil or William.
What does he do? What is your, if it is not rude to ask, what is your...
Coterie position.
What is your profession?
Yeah.
It's your quest.
My domain, you mean?
Yes.
It's combat.
Makes sense.
I can tell,
What?
mate.
Is your favorite color?
This over here, he points to a halfling girl, probably in her middle 50s, sitting down. She's got a nice cloak on, and she sort of nods her head. Yeah, that's Flinvar. So Flynver.
Flynvr.
Ver. Yep.
Ver.
Flinvar. She does sort of mysticism, theology, anything to do with gods or stuff like that.
God stuff. Does Flynvr have a surname?
Cinderstep.
Cinderstep.
They're the next coterie guys. I hope you don't mind. I'm giving you names to them, but I mean, they're practically family now, and everyone's sort of, yeah, it's fine. Points to a dwarven fella. He said, I can do myself. Cardam.
Carbon.
Cardham?
Cardram.
Cargram.
Gonker.
Card has ran.
Cardgram.
What is your clan
Hey,
name,
dwarven
sir?
fella.
What was it?
It's Gonker.
How do you spell that?
Gonkehr.
Do I recognize the name?
You would, dwarves and their clans. It's a fairly small clan, but not located very close to where your home sort of clan. Exploration and cartography, anything to do with.
Oh, we've heard of you.
Oh, you have?
Oh, actually, we have, yes.
From who?
Eximus.
Hey,
We're interested in a
oh,
map.
you've been talking about me.
Only good things.
In a map.
Yeah, mate, we just want to land
Oh,
and
yeah,
let you go
shit.
already.
Oh, yeah, I got some sketches. It's a bit
Please.
rough. You might have to pop the cities in yourselves, but if you want.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
does he... Absolutely.
Let me ask you, mate. Have you only been around?
Oh my god, there is
Oh
a
my
map.
God.
Huzzah.
Oh!
Where-
So, it's up to whoever would like to take care of the map and add the cities as you experience them. So, it's not perfect. It's a rough copy that I've just got on hand, but
It's been
I'm
rolling.
going to roll it the other way.
it's been traveling with me for a while.
Don't worry about that. What was that noise? Another.
I've been taking care of it, don't worry. Yeah,
You don't have a spare.
on that it's just yeah,
the only
both one of
one
my
in the
scrap
realm.
ones.
I've
So like
been charting this for 7 years.
the thing that he gives you is very obviously hand done. He has possibly explored and written this map up.
Rubber band, just so I can.
Oh, otherwise, just
Not easy.
unfurl it and now we'll track these
Yeah,
on
just
it on
put
each corner.
map weights on the corners.
What,
That has actually done it pretty good. It's holding
Yeah.
fairly well.
what does he look like?
A dwarven fella,
Dwarf.
like a dwarf.
Like, picture Ricky.
Ruddy,
racist.
orange, brown.
They all look different.
picture Ricky.
Yeah.
Does he have braided hair? Does he have an unkempt beard?
Yeah.
Great big
He's got a great
Does he
big
have a great big
Oh,
bushy beard? What colour is his hair or beard?
quite plaited beard. For travel purposes,
Makes sense.
he's got the outdoorsy look, so he's sun kissed for sure.
Does he have box braids?
I don't know what that is.
It's like, it's like when they're like the two like long.
Ah, yeah. No, he
like
would
on his
he would just have a pony.
Yeah.
Darker brown, more brown than red. But yeah, well braided beard, lots of little clasps and charms and that sort of thing.
So
Yeah,
is the Green Forest.
Glendoth, yes.
Okay.
And so you guys
And
started.
this is Broadaxe here.
Yep, you guys started right in the center. Yep,
Here.
right next
That's
to
Stonebreak,
Heartmane.
right there.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Um,
after you get out of
this
here,
is the basin then right here.
That's
so that's
Heartmane.
that's a bigger sinkhole than I thought. I
Yeah.
thought that went out into the. I guess it does go here.
Yeah,
I
but
thought it
more
like-
by an inlet.
In my head, the country sort of, it was like the basin was almost like someone taking like a big bite out. Like
That's
I almost
what I
imagined it
did.
more as like a big bay.
I pictured the basin like here.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
It's like an inland sea with like a big river.
I thought
going in.
this might help to visualize
Yeah.
where things are.
Big time.
So here is.
Stonebreak.
You know, this is Broadaxe here.
Yep.
So where's Ashara? If we went out of Broadaxe, went south and
Yeah, we went
So
north,
Shara's
didn't we?
up sort of
Yeah.
here.
okay, we'll just
Yep.
Do a little
pencil. Yeah.
So yeah, I did that in lockdown,
Yeah, nice.
and it's just been sitting there. I was like, one day they'll get to him.
Someone who has a map.
I've been axing.
At some point, you guys went, we really need a map, and I was like,
Funny you say that.
but
So mate, have you ever been off Faladoo? Have you just been mapping the
I
continent?
it's a fairly time-consuming. He pulls out his own map, and it is far more detailed
Jeez.
than this. You've got the same basic shape. Things aren't quite right
Could I
on
get him
this
to
one.
mark down where the major cities are
Um,
on our map? Just like cross them over.
yeah, you can copy them down
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
from his.
Yeah.
We'll do that
We'll
after.
do that after, but yeah, just like we're doing this right now.
Come find me after. We can.
Yeah.
I can help
Yeah.
you.
We're gonna have more pressing things we're trying to deal with.
Absolutely.
Gesture to Ronan's
Points.
dead corpse.
Yeah, we're all joking and laughing around for the last 15 minutes.
Ronan unrolled the map on top
Just put it down in-
Wow. Continuing on, the elderly orcish lady. That's Timisha.
Timisha.
Temisha. I am. I guess my domain is guidance or wisdom. People tend to listen when I have things to say because I've been around longer than most.
Do you ever say
Yeah, what clan do you come from?
No, I only go by
Were you
Timisha.
shaded?
At
one point?
like share.
Seal.
Yes, Timisha. That's correct. Sorry.
Were you shaded at one point?
At some stage. That was many years ago. But yes.
Tribe did you belong to?
I've got that written somewhere. 2 seconds.
Oh, it was the Fellman. I left my daughter there. You don't happen to know.
My son Mal, he was such a storyteller.
He's still telling stories.
No, he's got no tongue.
Yeah, or no thumbs or something. Like, didn't we cut off a hand as
He
well?
bit his own tongue.
He bit his tongue
Yeah.
off.
He did that to himself.
What a beast.
He's gone into shadow puppetry for his storytelling these days.
Yeah, and he's getting better.
He's like, did you happen to meet my son Ronan?
Push Ronan off the table.
Yes, it was the Merbel.
Nobel.
Yes. But
Didn't come across any of your tribe, unfortunately, during our travels.
that's okay. It's a big place.
It is.
Over here, this is Yakarilan Thimbentin Fijian.
I'm gonna call him Thingy. Do you
We
have
call
a-
him Yaka.
Okay.
Everyone does. And this is the 6'8" Dragonborn fella.
I bet you do some hard yakka too, mate.
Mate. Not really. This is just kind of my natural, physique. Being
Relatable.
Dragonborn, you get a bit of height, a bit of girth. That's right. But my domain is more progress, moving forward.
Innovation.
Yeah,
Technological.
no more societal. For example,
You're a social engineer.
In a way, I bring the.
So say Charlie.
I bring. How do I put it? For example,
Healthcare for all.
the drow. People have a shocking perception of drow folk, and that's not all drow folk.
Not all of them.
I know it's founded. I understand where it comes from, but that's sort of my domain, is shattering those, preconceived notions. Not all drow are evil.
True, but no one should go looking for them in the Underdark.
Yeah, but, logically, people should be more accepting of drow folk, of goblins. They're not, evil beings from the Underdark. They're just like you and me.
So you're professionally left wing.
I don't have wings. I'm dragonborn. I'm not a full dragon. But anyway, this is Eleanor.
Social cohesion expert.
I did progress, reform, social welfare.
Yeah, progress, social innovation, bias deprogramming.
Karl Marx.
ISD program. That's good.
He points over to two elven folk, two females, one a lot younger than the other. One is looks to be the mother of the other. They're very similar in look, just age difference, really. Quite attractive, silvery white hair, and showing quite a low cut top, sort of. They flaunt what they have.
Do they look like wood elves or like high elves?
Hi.
I just looked at it, Ronan. I'm glad you didn't see this.
Hi, Eleanor Amakia and my
Heyo.
my
up?
daughter Olathira. Ola, say
Yeah,
hi.
that's familiar. Somewhere.
We've definitely heard it. Can I?
This is who Aximus is engaged to, the younger one, I'm gonna guess.
Correct.
And Amakir is the owner / benefactor of the Bard College I went to.
You went to the college?
Yeah, I hang on, I've got it here somewhere.
Oh, congratulations. It's quite an establishment.
Oh, actually, whoa. I pull out the short sword and offer her to inspect it.
Okay.
Drawing a sword in the room.
No, I unstrap so
okay.
it's still in its scabbard. Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
I was like,
You've seen this?
Oh my god! Wait, I know who you are. No, I recognise you.
holy war!
I unclip it and offer her to unsheath it. And I'm like, I found this in Glendotha.
She elegantly pulls it out, and it makes this whispered hush as she pulls it out of the sheath. Oh, that is from the college. And you came across it where, sorry?
Down a very old well in Glendotha.
I'm pretty sure it was the same day that we met
Vannon.
Venom.
It was just singing down the
Yeah.
well.
We dug it out.
Followed Ricky down. He recognised the.
We
I
jumped.
recognise the insignia.
That's
Fate
right, and we
brings
also
things
met
together.
an obsidian mask, and then we jumped across a fissure, and then there were
Met
things
an
watching
obsidian
us.
mask.
And then there were things watching us. And
She inverts it and hands it back, to put it
Yeah.
into the sheath. That's quite a treasure.
Yeah.
It feels well balanced and remarkably light, considering.
Yeah. Well, if you ever wanted it returned,
You found it. It in no way belongs to the college, then. It's entirely yours.
So, do you know?
Don't look so dour.
Do you know whose
It's
it
yours.
was and why it might have ended up in a well in the middle of the forest?
That's a story for another time. Seek me out if you'd like to hear it. But, yes.
TLDR.
Someone that went to the college,
Yeah, of course.
they died, and it was lost, but there you have it. That's quite a find. And
and yeah, what were their domains? What was the daughter's name?
was it
Olathira.
Olathira and Eleanor?
correct. Oh, my apologies. My domain is secrets. I can usually get people to
Just forget
part
it.
with their secrets. That's kind of
You're
my...
like spy
Absolutely.
mistresses.
Pardon?
You are like spy mistresses.
And that was Eleanor
Spy.
who said that.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
Yep.
Alethea.
Olathera's not on the
She's
coterie.
just-
She's just in the room.
Yeah, fiance.
Oh, damn it, I wrote her name
Picking
down.
on the meetings.
Alright, so Eleanor is coterie.
Secrets.
Eleanor is the mother, the coterie, yes.
And the
And Olafir is just the Maximus's betrothed.
Correct.
coterie.
Yeah, fiance
Who,
betrothed. I
if
don't
you
know.
remember correctly,
He wasn't keen
he's
on.
not entirely keen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's attractive as well, right? From
Very,
what we got.
absolutely.
Oh,
Very like
chucking
high
that big ol'
class.
wink.
Very high class. And he sort of blushes a little bit Ronald Weasley-esque. Now he looks like Ronald
His
Weasley.
hair, his ears go red.
Gets
Yep.
big old red ears. And he...
His sideburns quiver.
Famous half elven sign of embarrassment.
Oh, my-
Vibrating.
My burns are a quiver.
Oh, you've got my burns all a quiver. All the chops are flustered.
Me chops. Eleanor gestures over to an elderly fellow, human male, a longer greying beard,
A great big bushy beard.
it's more Dumbledore than a bushy one. And this is Arthur Heath.
Did you say he was a human?
Yep,
Arthur.
Arthur.
Seat.
Arthur's.
Oh, Arthur's seat or Arthur's seat.
Arthur's Heath.
Oh, I got that. I got Arthur Seath.
Arthur's seat.
I thought it was his name was Arthur's seat, and I was gonna make. I was like, the jokes were just crowding, trying to figure out which one. To,
I've gone first.
like 10 people trying to get through the same doorway.
Yep. Oh my word. There's a jam.
Arthur's Heath.
Arthur's.
Sounds like someone with a lift.
Lovely.
Arthur Thief.
Lovely to meet you all. I'm Arthur. I'm in charge of wealth and prosperity for the city.
Money man.
That's my domain. And our well-esteemed and noble leader, the AUS himself. And the AUS is sort of... we've spoken. Lovely to finally put faces to the names.
Excellent. Was that his father?
That is him.
Axador
Axador
was the
his-
grandfather,
was his
basically.
grandfather.
Aximand, and then Aximus. And he sort of... Yes, how... Were you sending a
Is the little
message?
goblin that we saw before in here as well, or no?
Yes. Very out of the way.
And is that all the coterie?
Yeah, there are 7 members.
So the goblin's
okay.
not in the coterie.
No.
He's a
I was gonna say,
personal bodyguard.
who's
Fat
this
goblin.
little fella here?
Oh! That is... Oh, shit, where's his name?
Fat goblin with mace.
His name is Fat Goblin.
Parents were
Goblin, for sure.
Fat goblin. F for short.
Probably. Where are ya? Glint.
Lant.
Glint.
Oh, glint.
Glint.
This is my ward, my lifeguard, Glint. And he gestures to the small, fairly sturdy goblin sitting there in full plate, sort of idly just watching the goings on.
Have we heard the term lifeguard before?
Not necessarily, no.
Sort of a squire-ish. Or
He is...
It's more like sworn to carry your burdens.
No, he's... So, to give you a understanding, Game of Thrones award. So someone from another family.
Oh, Theon.
Yep.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So a ward from...
That you like bring up
Yep.
So one of the
one of the goblin noble families, maybe.
Yeah. So this is a way to bring sort of a truce or peace between cities. this was actually Vannon's doing.
Well,
he-
I'm done. Yeah.
Organised this, and we've been blessed with his presence ever since. He doesn't speak much. He doesn't have to do a lot for me. No one has made an attempt on my life. So that is when he will. That's his domain, I guess. Do you bear news from the city, or was it just this young man?
So
We
we
both.
did both. We held the West Gate.
Which ring?
The
We describe its location.
was it the Vale?
No,
the
the loom.
what's Loom? Was it Loom Gate that we held?
Yep.
Loom into the
We
tink.
held
So it goes
Loom.
Vale,
Going into the
Loom,
Tink.
Tink.
Yeah.
So
So
it was
yeah,
the
the
gate
gate.
between the Loom
The
and
western
the Tink, correct?
gate between the loom and the
Yeah.
tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Dispatched.
we've cleared that up and
Yeah.
came right here for Ronan.
Yes, we came to ask or more bargain. It's a lot to ask to just res a stranger effectively to the crown, despite fighting for the city. And the only thing I'm afraid we have to offer is service. If you'd be willing to guarantee that you would make all efforts to resurrect Ronan, or bring him back, however you are able. I'll join the coterie here now and today. Your enemies will become my enemies, your priorities are mine.
I believe that's why we should seek out Kavaya, because they stated that no one here can really do anything except for her.
Yeah, and then if we get there and then she's like, no, I'm busy sort of thing, then we come back to the meeting and then the Alice goes, I'd already agreed with them to say, yes, I do it, is what I'm going for.
Fair.
Noble intent. Being invited to join the coterie should not enter in the equation at all. That should be.
It's not necessarily as a bargaining chip sense. We gave our word that we'd bring this boy back safe and sound sort of thing, and I don't think it would be a good omen, to say the absolute least, to start a new relationship by breaking faith with an old promise.
Understood.
Thing. And I wish to tend to this matter first and foremost as we gave our word, and again, giving my word to you while violating another oath just seems... Would you even want someone like that on the coterie?
This is Eximus's decision. If he has chosen you, there's nothing anyone can do about that, except for him. As we stated, Kovaya is the most senior of paladins within the city.
Yeah.
Is this time sensitive?
I'm
Not specifically.
Well, if she's fighting
Isn't
It-
Paul
well,
she's
your
in danger of this.
deity as well?
Tempest,
Tempest.
for some reason, someone wrote on the anvil that it's torn, but it was Tempest.
Is that where I got confused?
Maybe.
If this is not time sensitive, then make no hasty actions. There are a lot of dead folk in the city. We have reports of at least 100.
But if Kavai is right now fighting to
If
protect the city, might be good to
At least send us
Back
to
her
go
up.
and make sure she comes back.
that is an if, I will. Were you going
yes,
to?
I just before I contacted her, Flinver. Am I getting that correct?
Yes.
As the coterie of mystics in theology, I had some information I thought you might appreciate and might be able to work with more.
Oh yeah. What is it?
These sparkling bugs that have appeared around the city. Have you noticed them?
I haven't been outside the castle. Floating bugs.
Right. Yeah. Well,
they did have a toffee, so I got that.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
the grung that invaded, they didn't appear to
Oh,
be.
it's grung.
Yes,
grung.
from our
Indeed.
understanding, yes.
Everyone's sort of. Oh, okay,
It is
confirmed.
Yes, we did capture one at the West Gate. If anyone speaks grung,
Oh,
Malatar If that
They
rings a bell with
talked a lot
anyone,
about Melatar.
they screamed his name a lot.
They were chanting Malata, Malata.
Flimva sort of.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay. Now, the Grung are quite an interesting folk. They tend to, for lack of a better word, deitize the strongest member of their clan, of whatever you call a spawn of.
So Malatar is essentially their leader.
Yeah.
Old king.
They almost revere
The Alos.
in terms of a god, but there's no recorded notions that this being is of celestial origin or anything other than they're the biggest, strongest.
Yeah, okay.
So I wouldn't put too much into
Yeah. Well,
that. But good to know. Malatar, was it?
Malatar, yes.
She pulls out a small notebook and just sort of scratches this information in.
Yeah, and anyway, the information I wanted to tell you, they didn't appear to be raiding for prisoners, for food, for bloodlust. They were chasing the bugs.
Huh.
And I saw one of these grung eat a bug, and so I decided to eat one, and it restored my vigor.
Oh.
So I'm not the coterie of mystics and theology, but I feel like maybe that's something that's right up your alley.
Tamisha chimes in, and she sort of, if the toads are not, are they warlike normally? And Vannon sort of, out of his satchel, he pulls out this massive tome, and he flicks pages and pages and pages, and he sort of, from what I can see, the Grung are warlike but not hostile. We have never had issues with them from the south. And he sort of snaps this big tome shut and pops it away. It strikes me as very strange that they have attacked the city. So you said they're not.
It wasn't. They were almost killing indiscriminately just to get past obstacles, chasing these bugs.
It's just the people and the guards was more just in the way.
Yeah, it wasn't an organized raid or a tactical battle assault on the city. It was
They were just chasing bugs and getting rid of everything in between them.
And Tamisha.
Oh, do you still have one in the jar?
We collected
Can I
one.
pull out it was like a
Tinderbox,
mess,
wasn't it?
a mess,
box.
Yeah,
mess
mess
kit,
kit.
wrapped in bandages kind of thing. Can I unwrap that? Is the bug in there?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well then, I'd release it into the room.
Okay, so it begins like fluttering around the room. What sort of one did you catch?
Oh,
Like did it have it had a
I don't know if it
particular
had a
trail
color
or
or anything.
He was all just flittering
a
around.
misty sort of trail?
I feel like
feel
that
one?
may have been mentioned,
Yeah.
but
That's all right. That'll do it. So yeah, it sort of just flits randomly around in the room, leaving just like a faint shimmery trail behind it. And everyone sort of, have you seen those before? No, I haven't seen.
They've been here all morning since we got up and walked outside. We
Yeah,
thought it might have been normal in the shower.
I
They
thought.
don't all look exactly like that. There's some
Okay.
ones that are lightning, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, I think the one I ate was blue, maybe.
yeah, I got notes on there being red and blue ones.
And while it's flitting around while you guys are chatting, it sort of just blinks out of existence, and everyone's sort of,
Yeah,
oh,
it'll blink somewhere.
oh, and at that, Flimver is sort of, this is to do with Yoda. So, on the day of Yod, the presence of the moon, for some reason, it weakens the boundaries between planes. These are finding passage through. That's all this is.
Could something else find passage through? Something
Like
more
the
dangerous.
Feywild, possibly.
Would need to be a tear or something.
Well,
There was a prophecy
There was
within Glendaltha.
the Feywild will,
Oh wait, she pulls out. Nope, not that too. This one, and she's flicking. I remember Tamisha talking to me about it. the sisters. Is that correct?
So you're aware of
Absolutely. That's just my domain.
you're aware of the prophecy
Oh, prophecy. No. I
So-
just am aware. You're speaking of the
of this prophecy that the sisters foretold to a man from the boys' tribe.
What was the prophecy?
Well, firstly, I'm not sure if you're aware, but the shaded in the shallows have not been able to have children for
Decade, 2 decades.
quite over a decade. And
Interesting.
he was to bear the first child in 15, 16 odd years. And alongside that, he was one of the chosen ones to
About 15 years ago.
yeah. Do we have the exact quote?
Children
I
stopped
do.
being born
Yeah.
till the 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I'd say I have the vision he received.
Yeah.
The vision, a vibrant shadow, a mist, overtaking the forest. The mist was alive and sentient, choking the life out of the forest.
That's almost word for word what I've got down.
Yeah.
Vibrant shadows / mist overtaking forest. Mist was alive, voracious, choking the life out of the forest.
You have her rapt attention. This is
And this was to do
What
with
she
the
lives and breathes.
Feywild, I guess,
Yes,
coming into our domain.
now.
We asked the man who received the vision, Fowlan, asked the sisters about the vision, and they said
Yes.
it was to do with the Feywild entering the forest.
Okay. So, sorry, just to get some understanding, you used your.
Questions
If I
with the
understand
sisters?
it, you got
Yes.
your question.
We
Yes.
got our questions.
That would be the first in a long time. No one travels to the deeps.
We
From
were
what
the
I
first
heard-
in
We
a
were
long
the
time
first.
outside of
And the way we
The
got
only
there,
way
the-
down was I pull out the fan. Feather falling.
we got thrown out of the top window of Wolfpine Citadel.
Wolfpine Citadel is top to
Easiest-
bottom
Very
on the
easy getting
Blackbriar.
down.
Unless we can eradicate the
Top to bottom.
Blackbriar. I don't know if you're aware of how to get rid of it.
Sorry, did I? Just tracking back a little. Did I hear you mention a unicorn?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was before that.
But, yeah, so Unicorn led us to this area of reeds. That was before
To,
the
near the Rubus Curlicue.
Nemicron. What was it called?
Yeah.
Near the it led us to the Rubus Curlicue.
Yeah, there you go.
Tamisha nods.
We made it through the Rubus Curlicue, not
Curlicue.
without some difficulty, to Wolfpine, entered Wolfpine, rapidly exited Wolfpine through the window, and just went straight down. Seemed the easiest way to get to the bottom.
The only way down was covered in Blackbriar, and we went in from the bottom entrance. It was all just Blackbriar
Blackbriar,
covering everything. There was no way to get up or down. Besides,
Excellent. That's quite concerning.
it's been like that. for
The
15 odd
only
years.
living thing we saw there was the person that pushed us out, a sallow, strange-looking half-orc in Wolfpine.
Sorry, I have no.
Probably a
If
lot
it wasn't.
Pardon. Tamisha's like,
Oh, that was you guys.
guards, seize them.
That's a question for the ring.
And
Push us.
sorry, Flimber speaks directly to the Alice. That is quite concerning. From what they're saying, Blackbriar is said to be found only in the Feywild. Unicorns.
That's a problem.
Unicorns are something from the Feywild. From what these folk are saying, with a prophecy from the sisters to back it up, that sounds like something rather severe.
And the Blackbriar's been there for a good 15 years as well.
It's been growing for a while. That's kind of the reason.
That's
the,
why-
Yeah.
the half tooth.
It's
Why
why they
Wolfpine
Vannon
fell.
sort of. That is why they have not responded.
They-
They do not live there
The
anymore.
half-tooth don't live there anymore. They are
It's
now
been banned
nomadic,
for
like all the other
years.
tribes. It is no longer a meeting point. Chestraki can only, you can only see the Chestraki, who can still have children, by the way. If
The plague of
Tamisha
childlessness
sort of-
did not spread to the
Chestraki
deep.
are a tribe long in the deeps. They protect the sisters.
Yes, and they still do.
They represent.
Yeah,
them.
they
They,
still
they
do.
are still.
they still do the
yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
However, there is a illness that plagues
a few of the
I
traps.
think that's gone on for like generations, though. hasn't
Yeah,
it?
the madness.
The
the
madness.
madness.
She might even know about it being from the deep. Oh, from.
She nods
Glenn Dothel.
knowingly.
Yeah.
So that still plagues them, but they
What
can
other
still have
information
children.
can we dump on them?
Anything else you have is quite important.
There
We
was
will.
only
Familiar
one.
with the dragon, Maldrith?
There was only one who.
I mean, I imagine he's a few hundred years old or something at this
I
point.
have not been to the deeps
Oh,
in a long
Elijah
time.
has a roost in the deeps. His
A mated dragon, I assume.
Correct.
yes. However, he has to look after the roost because Phaedrith, his partner, has been
To the
vanished
Howling Peak.
to Howling Peak, which is where we believe the seventh sister to be.
Cardroom sort of. Hey, you can see that right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
the big
big
mountain.
And
Thingy.
where's
That
Fort
makes
Air?
sense.
That would be near there as well.
Yeah,
wouldn't
Fort it's just a little south and east.
it? Like here,
East.
south and east.
Never
of-
eat soggy Weetabix.
This way.
Okay.
Like something down here. Yeah, have you seen it? Fort Air.
No.
No.
Nope.
One day.
It's quite a sight.
We haven't. Yeah, we've travelled.
Right,
I
would
believe-
have seen it because it's nearish to Bournemouth.
Your thing.
So
Like, to
Fort
get-
is here.
Like if to
So
get to
give
Stone
you,
Break,
to give you some.
all I can see.
Yeah,
is
and
mud. All I can see is mud.
Is Bournemouth like here?
Bournemouth is down in the mouth.
Ah, okay.
Your Godswell Keep would be over this side. So you might not have.
Okay.
Where's Dagberdir?
Ah, cool.
Eastern side.
Right,
So
yeah.
Stone Break's over this
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
You're sort of in the mountains there. There are actually mountains all around. This is all within a mountain range.
Oh, okay.
It's just a rough map from.
Yep.
But yes, and then the passage you would have travelled would have been from Yay through the skirting through the mountains and then coming across to Stone Break.
See, this whole time I was picturing like it coming from the north side, like going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cardroom sort of. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
People love it. It gives you a perspective.
It very much helps because I'm not good with maps at all.
That's how I am. If you
I can tell.
come speak
I'm not
later
taking
on.
over from your domain.
Absolutely
Not a
not.
problem. And Vannon sort of.
You get this in, yeah. What? Did it like fall down? You were just sort of up in an angle. I just sort of placed it in
Having
there.
some drink difficulties. By the way, hi, Mel and Leash. Woohoo!
You got it.
Yeah. This is kind of
That
stuff.
was a wacky.
Yeah,
Flavour.
Razzleberry.
Oh, I love Razzle.
Razzle Dazzle.
Give me
That's
a
going to be my
Razzle
coterie.
Dazzle.
The coterie of Razzle Dazzle.
The coterie of
it's very broad. Open to interpretation. That's how I like it.
So, considering everything you've told us, it's a bit worrisome about these coming from a different realm when we've been told about the
Speaking to who, sir?
Flinda.
Fimba. Yep.
After
Mystics
we've
of
been
Theology.
told this
and Tamisha.
prophecy about the
Probably Eleanor as well.
Feywild and Trinidad domain.
This is why I bring it up. From the things you've said, that sounds to be what's happening.
Do we need to take a chopper squad over to Wolfblind?
SEAL Team 6 it.
We have enough to do in our own city.
Speaking of,
Might not have a
if
city.
Kavaya is in danger and is currently fighting for her life, would we be best off contacting her sooner rather
I'll
than
contact her
later?
right
We'll
now.
contact her after. Or now.
I'll step to the corner of the room and because I just kind of have to
Yeah, just if
It's
she
like
is
shooting.
fighting.
yeah.
Before you do, Examend,
Alice.
the Alice, says, I would not worry about Kavaya's safety. She will be fine.
Alright.
She can hold her own.
We wouldn't mind talking to her sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please feel free.
Yeah.
Yes, so Arthas might be able to give you some insights. And Arthas sort of, what is required for this resurrection
Well,
ceremony?
it depends on the spell caster that we can find and the spells that they know. It can range from
General Wallpark
The maximum we're going to see is 25,000 gold of diamond dust.
Oh,
If we can get
That's
it.
the maximum. That's
If
the worst
that-
case scenario.
okay.
Or if we can get it.
What's the
Ballpark
lower?
about
What-
2,500, 5,000 gold worth of diamonds.
Not as small as, but
Sort of an aside.
That's the GDP of
Aside to the Alos.
can we afford that?
The Alos sort of.
We've spent a lot on the festivities.
Mac and cheese. Yeah, mac and cheese contract really cleaned us out.
me to it. Licensing agreement.
The
I
Alos.
think we shouldn't have put in the exclusivity clause.
The Alos speaks to what you're asking. I'm not sure if you've ever built a house, let alone a city. As you can see, this place is still being constructed. We've spent all we can on defenses, on guard, on. We are not. We are not. Glint springs into action.
That was my note for not last session, the last one, the one before, when they first attacked. Get down, Mr. President!
Yes, as Arthas has notified me, we don't keep gems, precious gems. We've liquidated basically everything we have to rebuild the city. I'm not sure if you're aware, but 20, 30 years ago,
We've seen the crater.
Goliston was flooded and we had to rebuild and relocate. We have basically built everything in this city. We've paid for it all. As such, we have not got precious gems. Everything has been to rebuild the city.
Yes.
You can always
Do you
buy
know
them.
who would have precious gems? A dragon's horde who owes us a favor, maybe, if
After
we
we
find
bring
it.
his life
What?
Cardram sort of pipes up. Pretty sure any dwarven family would be able to get you some gems if you need them.
That's
We
the
do
law.
dwarf family,
Just like-
you would say.
Making eyeballs at you.
Yes.
If they had them in their vaults that had not been robbed.
Well, but even that, there'd be multiple vaults. There'd still be something there, but I'm kind of not really meant to return for 100 years.
But maybe.
let alone ask for you guys got a couple grand.
I mean-
He blows out his mustache and beard.
But I mean, Ricky Rocksplitter cannot go back, but surely Mickey Mocksplitter is welcome.
Inside the Rock Splitter clan, the Mock Splitters are going to get a loan from the Rock Splitters.
Exactly, cousin.
Alf pipes in. Ostran might be able to
Maybe.
procure.
Or at least locate one, yeah.
We just got out of
They sell. They I'm sure they'd be able to
Open up a line of credit.
something like that. So how long has he got?
Well, it's
Another
In-
9.5 days.
infinite time, really, but the
longer
price
it
goes up.
Yeah.
Currently, there's another 9 days, and then for 500 gold, and then after that we start getting to pretty exy
500 gold.
worth
Yeah.
of diamond.
That's
A diamond worth 500 gold.
See, 500 gold
Is that more doable?
maybe, but we.
Not a diamond.
Arthas is like,
Jeez. This place is
we are stretched thin.
Pretty
okay.
scant.
Well,
What if I
yeah.
were to say
Contracts with the quarrying and even just getting the stone
Well, yeah,
out
I'm
here.
not. I'm not sure how much Aximus has divulged about the coterie that he's picked, but we do operate and represent a business venture, Needlebark Goods and Services. Write a little business card out,
You hand the Alos this
scrap of paper
here you go.
that I'm writing with my gold tips,
Yeah, this
giant mask
quill. He's like,
of a velociraptor feather.
Arthas is like, I would put a little more money into your card than the quill. But
But yes,
Fair
anyway,
enough.
we do have a growing growing connections and and things throughout the realm that we could maybe
burgeoning.
help use to assist in the rebuilding, especially after.
Well, from reports, it sounds like they're not destroying
Yeah,
the city, just if people get in the way.
a lot of wounded though might. Yeah,
That will be costly.
Well,
infections, fevers from
Um,
poison.
So while you guys are talking, you hear, and for a moment there's that cold shot of dread in your stomach. You hear voices outside the castle. But the immediacy of it, you listen for a few seconds, and it sounds like cheering, not screaming. You hear raised voices. That's your first thought. You think, oh crap. But it sounds like cheering.
If the damn Mithril Vanguard have taken all our glory.
stolen our thunder.
Yeah. So you guys are discussing, and you sort of hear that echoing from outside. Anything else we need to discuss?
Well,
yeah.
I just pull them aside.
Yeah.
Are there?
There's not so much privacy. You wouldn't be able to pull him
I go up
aside,
next
but
to him, or
Yep.
like, you know, is there any way we can make a deal? I'm sure you can move a few funds. You know, if look, I've got this ability, and
you have disability.
He's like, hey, you're looking for a disability pension.
I'm afraid the kingdom's all on welfare.
Yeah, no, wait.
You got to talk to
Yakka.
Yakka. You got to talk to Yakka about that stuff.
Yeah.
now if I were to, you know, have you ever had a question, need an answer, burning your mind so badly, you know, that might benefit the kingdom, might benefit you, you know?
Which is a parlor trick.
I can answer any question.
Maybe.
Okay,
Most of the time.
what's
Any question you want.
What's
anything
my
that's
middle
been
name?
Burning no. Anything that has been burning a desire.
like an important
An important question. Maybe you have what if your children went missing? Or maybe you lost a chest of gold that's got 2,000 pieces in it.
Your favourite pocket watch?
Are you saying for your service?
I can scratch your back. You can make his not stiff anymore.
It sounds like an interesting prospect. We can discuss if you like. We could just open a line of credit, or Eximus could. Eximus,
That's a good question. Do you get paid as members of the coterie?
you lack for nothing, but it's tricky.
That sounds like
Well,
a
like if
novel.
we were to take on personal debt to try and finance the resurrection sort of thing, would we be at because if we're not earning anything, how do we pay that off if we're also busy doing coterie stuff?
Well, you see, whatever you require once you are of the coterie, you really require, not just want, not just sort of need. It would be nice. It's in service of the entirety of Falador. So if it meets that need,
Well,
then your wish is our.
this
But if
boy
you just
here
want
So it doesn't come with a
requires.
salary.
Yeah, so no.
So no, you
There-
don't get paid.
There is no salary,
Room and
but,
board.
but if you need anything to maintain your domain, whatever it may be.
What about if we
So
just
the-
Well,
want
I
some-
I was gonna say
require my
the-
squire.
So the advice he's giving is pick a really broad domain that you can argue for.
Doesn't
Like jazz hands.
Alf
Or
pick him for
be
us?
rich already.
Yeah.
Doesn't Alf pick it for us?
No.
No, the rod picks it.
Oh yeah, true.
But we get a
like
say.
a magical sorting hat.
But
The,
you can not slither and
Yeah.
at the rod.
the Alos speaks up here as the most knowledgeable on this. Your domain, if you are to be in the coterie, will be given to you. You do not choose. You have no say in the matter, but it will not disappoint you.
This doesn't come with pay. I'm already kind of disappointed.
Yes.
Well, that is the trade-off. This is not a selfish notion to
Can you
become
have
one
a
of the coterie.
sideline?
What do you mean?
Would
Can
we
you
able
still
to
run a
continue our
business
our
while and also be coterie? Obviously, assuming that you can manage the mutual demands on the time.
So long as it you can still serve your domain successfully. You are free to pursue what you need to do or what you want to do. It's just a matter of
So
priorities.
it's not like, like you can use coterie knowledge to say buy stock.
Do they have publicly traded companies?
Down there, Nancy Pelosi.
The Ashara and Stock Exchange.
Arthas.
You go like long
Yes,
Arthas wets his lips.
because oh my god, you're fired.
What you need to understand is that my domain is wealth, prosperity, for the kingdom, not myself. If you're using that knowledge for personal gain, that would be a very bad thing to do. You may still have a business, but using that knowledge for personal gain would defeat the purpose of being in the coterie. I have
So
wrestled
insider
with
trading
this.
is still bad.
If that's what you would like to call it,
I
yes.
do like to call it that.
Yes. And Alf sort of. So are you guys? Are you still considering? Like you still have a year or so. Still got plenty of training to undergo.
Well, yeah. Well,
As I said, there's a
Rather
lot of
just go
things
deal with
that we want to get done first.
Yeah, you got time.
But if you help us, I'll just point to Ronan. I'll drop anything as soon as you come calling.
Well, you don't need to do that. But I understand the urgency of this. He was very close, like a son for you. I get it.
He was like a brother to me. I love him like a father.
My son.
And Yak is sort of like very progressive. Yeah, if you have any questions or anything to do with this whole process, myself or the AUS can answer them. But take your time. You know how to reach me if you need to. Could someone go and check what the shouting is?
I bet it's those Mithril Vanguard.
Are they
Stealing our
here?
glory.
Yeah, I was walking up to Mr. Darksinger when the screams happened and just ran to the gate.
Coincidence.
What
I
are you
think-
implying?
I just do the Law and Order. Yeah.
I mean, it's not the first time it's happened with him. Remember the goblins?
Oh boy. Or rather, lack of goblins.
God crossed.
I just sort of point towards
Clint.
and maybe we should talk about the
mean,
goblin murder that
The
they
very
committed.
alive and well not genocided goblins.
Make a perception check on Glint.
What's my perception?
Not great.
14.
This sort of thing is not uncommon for him to be around. He is totally zoned out. He's just sort of like,
No one's trying to kill the AUS, therefore
not my business. Yeah, he's just sort of like looking at the
I
ceiling.
see no assassins. I see no assassins. I'm so bored. I see
Yep.
no assassins.
Is he
On the
in danger?
topic
Yep.
of goblins, though, I do have a burning question that since
For-
I've got here, it's just been
For who?
eating me, just like in general in the room.
Okay.
Does anyone here know the Mushroom Man?
oh no, that's actually not a joke. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
True.
Oh,
He may be a gangster. It might be an alias or something.
Eleanor.
Do any of you specialize in
Oh,
like
yeah.
the underbelly of the city?
Yes, secrets.
Who's the
Incredible.
chief of the
Well, I mean, yeah,
Wolfhounds?
Eleanor.
Eleanor's
secrets,
a
but that could
secrets
mean
lady,
like
Eleanor
class secrets.
sort of. What have you heard?
We made a friend who's
Yeah.
He kidnapped the family of a goblin, enslaved them, and forced him to grow magic mushrooms for them, like actual magical mushrooms for them.
I wasn't going to go that in depth, but that's the whole story.
And we
We
like to find him, get the
So he's
We
indebted.
would like to
Wife and
free
child
him from his service services.
So that he
to
might
the
help
mushroom
us
thing.
out of the kindness of his heart, because two of us have a particular fondness for growing.
I have a
Whether he
special
wants to help
affinity
us
for
or not.
mushrooms.
It'll be entirely his choice, but he'll be
She sort of grimaces a little, taking in
very
your
amenable to our terms after we
movable
rescue his family.
beard.
Yeah.
There are no ulterior motives to helping him, but if
No.
he does want to
No.
help us, that's his prerogative.
Exactly.
The wife and the daughter are Mia and Minik,
Yes.
or maybe it's the son. Wife and child.
Wife and child.
Mia and Minik. I'm not
Wife and
familiar with-
child of unknown gender.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with goblin
But yeah,
vernacular.
Mushroom Man kidnapped them, and we would like to find him and organize their release. It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a fight,
Very good
killing thing. Maybe a deal could be struck or something.
She sort of idly plays with a pendant on her décolletage, and I may have heard a thing or two. If you care to seek me after,
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Where may we
Finnick,
find
why?
you?
Yeah, let's
Finnick,
ask one of the guards. They can take you to my chambers.
Is there any?
I'll have this meeting, boys. I'll take it.
I don't think she's interested in midgets.
Speaking of which, the guards would not let us in before, even though we are close personal friends of Alf. I mean, Maximus.
The Alice sort of
Is there any sort of identification or symbol we can carry which would garner some sort of trust with the guards?
A lanyard, maybe.
Alf sort of.
A stamp? You know, like when you go out to the clubs in a show?
I can write and seal a document for you to carry if that helps.
That'll do.
Yeah,
I was
Just
thinking
get
like
us
a
through
swanky
gates and so
bag,
on
but
every
that
now and
works.
that costs.
We have money.
If you would like to fund it, sure. I could.
And
How's-
you would make it official?
A piece of paper would be easier.
Yeah.
I can just seal.
Anyone
sign.
can make a badge.
Anyone can make a piece of paper.
Not with the
Which is what we would like you to do right now.
Alice seal.
Make the passage of writ and have him sign it.
So you sort of like shove Ronan to the side and you like spread out your nice papers. You're like, no, that's the right gauge of paper.
Absolutely.
Start scratching something
Pick out the
together.
right GSM.
And you get your fanciest nibbed quill.
Oh boy, do I.
Oh,
And as fancy as mine.
doing all your curly, elaborate, ridiculous writing. And he sort of verifies, signs it, and then a little wax sort of signet into it.
Add that to your inventory so we don't forget.
Yep.
Can you make it like 5 of those?
I can't creative accountant it.
What's that mean?
Clause buried in the clauses, I don't know, free subway for life. Valid at any
Yeah, here's this thing that lets you in and out of the city. Oh, also, by the way, we also get 10 gorillion gold a day for
We
Side
get free
access.
mac and cheese food for life.
unlimited mac and cheese.
What? Mac and cheese. I don't know what that is, sorry.
They're the ones that
It
are
was a festive year.
putting all the food stalls out.
Oh, is that what they're called?
Yeah. Apparently they're opening up in a few days here.
Interesting.
Maybe not anymore, but
Arthas, is that true? And he sort of, yes, I heard something along those lines. A new business they were planning to advertise and provide free food for the city. So I thought, great occasion to
Go wrong.
save some money for us as well as, provide for the people. Sorry, was there a question about mac and cheese?
No, I don't think
no. And can I just produce the dagger I took off one of the frogs and still wrapped up in the stuff, give it to Bill, and just say, this is what they were wearing, it's covered in poison, I wouldn't touch it with your skin.
I wouldn't touch it with your skin. I like that word.
Careful, you put your skin all over it.
Don't want you getting that skin ruined, we might need that skin later.
You've got some
Keep it nice and
maybe
moist.
Billy Gurgle
Smooth.
He takes it out, smells it, tongue to the
Taste.
blade.
It puts the
Yep,
drunk
that's right.
blood on its skin.
Or it gets the hose again.
Or it gets the hammer again.
Or it gets the decanter of endless water again.
Gets the mayo again.
Definitely disgusting.
I think I said poison.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm sure it is. I mean,
He's a big dude.
I'm sure he's fine, but yeah.
And you see no change for him. He
Yeah, might be immune. Might
doesn't
just
appear.
very high constitution.
Interesting. Was there a anti-venom or something?
Nope. No, not
So it's
that
just
we saw
what we
anything.
found.
Yeah, this one seemed to be naturally excreted from their skin. They didn't seem to need to carry an anti-venom. They're all
They
immune.
would be immune to it. Okay. Okay, good to know.
Their brains weren't venomous though.
Yep.
Their brains.
Or
That
if
is
they are,
true
it's
fact,
very
but we know-
slow acting.
Yeah, or that. It might just be like that whole parasitic snail thing.
Yeah.
Where, like, eventually Thurin's just going to have two giant things, like,
Or his
throbbing on
mouth
top of
gets
his head.
huge like a toad's, and his legs start to.
The writ thing that sorry, just going back to
Yeah.
that. Could I have got it? So like passage in and out of the palace.
Yeah.
Some sort of like deputization from the Alice in Waiting as well.
He doesn't have anything to do with the True Hearts, so he can't give you that.
Could it even be just like we are representatives of the Alice in Waiting?
For what? To what end?
That
I
would be
guess.
like us joining the coterie.
Well, just to be able to like show that if we're like all civilians away from this crime scene, and we're like we're not civilians, we're representatives of the Alice in Waiting.
That's all you need. Like that writ will.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
People
So, like,
will be like, oh, okay,
Yeah, to like not necessarily.
go about your business.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I thought you were meaning like make us honorary True Hearts or something.
No. Just I'm mainly just thinking about being able to get into places that we wouldn't normally be allowed.
Yep.
Whether it's to do with the True Hearts, whether it's to do with like I don't know other branches of government. Like if we go to the library, I want to be able to look in the restricted section, like that sort of thing.
Fair. The restricted books. I reckon we take a short 5-minute break since everyone's whizzing anyway.
It was the unlimited refills.
Those damn refills.
Ribbit.
Oh, yeah, while you were gone, he turned into a toad.
I can't do it with my throat right now.
Yeah.
Don't wreck your throat. Yeah. I'm glad that you're all good enough to come play them. Beautiful.
Ribbit.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
So they sort of informally. Oh, I'll wait for Keeks, I suppose. Have a little break. Have a little break.
Did we? I'm sure we did. Why is Alf the Alice in Waiting?
Because he was the show.
Like, as opposed to Kovaya or the other one, or
Vannon.
Rob
Bannon.
Vannon.
Maybe
Wait, what?
he liked this wife more.
The Vannon.
Yes.
The
Wait.
Vannon.
Vannon's his brother.
Frenchy half elf.
Oh! Is that his brother?
But he sounds different and looks different.
But
He's French.
He's a full elf.
He's
French.
French.
Oh, he was probably awarded to some like
He's full
award
elf,
to
Alf's
some
only
French
half.
empire.
Whoa. So he's half brother.
They're half-
Vannon is
So Kavaya and Vannon are full siblings.
Yep.
And Alf is
Oh,
half.
so Vannon.
Alf has a different
Keith,
mum.
Vannon, the French Vannon, is
Oh, I
Alf's
said he's
older
French.
half brother.
Why does an elf have an accent?
That's different.
He was awarded.
That's what we said.
Yeah, was he award to another?
I don't know. So,
Yeah, so-
Bannon is older brother.
Yeah, so Vannon.
Max older brother.
Yeah, so Vannon and
Alright, we're
Kavaya
taking a
are
break,
like
so
full
you're like-
siblings.
Good timing.
Vannon and Kavaya had the same elf mother, so they are full elf. Whereas I don't think we said what exactly Alf's mum was, but he's half elf.
Dwarf.
Was she dwarf? I don't think
That's
we
where he got
said
the orange sideburns from.
He's not orange sideburns.
He absolutely does. It's canon. You said they were a quiver because he
The
was.
chops were a quiver.
The chops were fluttering like a stiff breeze.
I thought we'd covered this before. You
We
guys.
talked about it, but I didn't put two into that.
Yeah.
We had already talked to England Dolph because that was like 6 months ago.
So yeah, I knew about I knew
When you
about
started speaking French
why.
with Bannon, and you said you saw it before that,
You're
it
like,
came to mind. But
where'd
I
that
didn't
come from?
Remember Bannon when you were telling us about.
I remember that there was another brother, like that there was Aximus, Kavaya, and Mr. X.
And blank.
But
And
yeah,
because I remember making the joke because we were like, oh, he has an older brother, like, but the older brother wasn't selected
Yeah.
to be the next AUS, and it's like, yeah, because he didn't have a name like Aximand or something.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
He had a non-Ax name.
So it's Aximand and Mrs. Van Vire.
Their mother, right? Yeah,
Yeah, Van and Kavaya.
yeah.
And then,
Had 2 kids.
yeah.
And then she passed away.
You assume?
Damn, how does Vannon feel about like the younger brother from a different mother?
Haven't we covered this? I'm pretty sure we had this
talked about it,
discussion.
Yeah, we did, but I don't remember.
It was just a choice that was made.
Bye-bye.
You've ruined Christmas.
All right, welcome back from our break. I've just blown the party's mind by revealing that Vannon and Kovaya are our...
By revealing information that we already had.
Like, Vannon is the Vannon.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa!
Bannon is Bannon from the session before.
From
Yeah,
earlier.
that's what Bannon when he told us about Bannon.
We've met 3 Vannons and they're all the same now.
All him. So yeah,
So they're all
Maximus's
spoke
mother
French.
is Mirdrella.
yeah.
She's a half-elf from the old capital.
From Scholastic, yes.
Oh yeah, I said he's 3/4 elf.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say that. That's why I'm surprised. We had this discussion.
Yeah, just because when we
Just never
met
connected.
Bannon, it
Yeah.
actually was ages ago. So when
Yeah,
you told
yeah.
us the names, we had just met Kavaya.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all
Because
good.
I had completely forgotten that interaction. What like that was wiped from my brain.
It's all good.
The French voice brought it back.
This is why I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here to tie it all together.
Why these are here.
Alos binds the material. Oh no, it's not relevant. Aximus's mother is Mirdrella. She's a half-elf from the old capital. And Aximus is bound to wed Olatheria Amakir College attended. By Aximus?
No, by me.
By you. Oh yeah, that's probably by Ricky.
You can see his
Yeah, my...
Amakir's College of Bardic Perfection on the
Yeah,
wall.
I knew that you went there, but I wondered if Aximus also went there. Yeah, no, I knew that you went to
Gimrick
the
Rock Splitter.
college.
Graduated.
Grimrick Rock Splitter.
This
Grim-
certifies that
Grimrick.
Gimrick Rocksplitter successfully graduated with a degree of musical arts and arts history with minor studies in battlefield technique.
Nice. Did you graduate with honours? With distinction?
Who's?
You get the same certificate either way.
He's get degrees.
These do get degrees.
Beautiful. Okay, anything else before we move onward? Alles good?
Let's go look at the commotion.
Okay.
Celebration.
So you guys sort of make your exit. General, thanks for letting me into your
Yeah.
cabinet meeting.
Yeah, that was great.
Yep. I'm sure you're all being very polite and
Cordial.
cordial. That's a good word for it.
Are you gonna contact Kavaya, or are we gonna? leave
Maybe
that?
we'll see what the commotion is first, and I can see where she's at.
Yeah.
Al's story. Alos' youngest son, Kavaya and Vannon half siblings. Well, there you go.
It's right there.
Well, someone wrote it down.
Oh, and their surname is Karfira.
Kafra. Yep.
Yep, that's what I said.
That's exactly what I said.
And his full name is Aximus Elahis Thetumal
Thetumal?
Karfira.
Kafra. Yep.
Karfira.
Yarp. Yes, so you guys start heading outside, the commotion becoming more apparent. And you get to the front doors, and they've been opened by the guard that was escorting you. He escorts you back on the way out. And when the doors open out, you see the crowd sort of mobbing around a central location. And your greatest fears are correct.
The bloody mithril vanguard.
You see, standing central, the group of them, absolutely bathed in gore. One of them, the Ushra, the lizard folk fella, holding aloft a golden skinned head of a toad.
Golden skin.
Malatar. Oh, come on. They got the guy.
And the crowd is just sort of like cheering, chanting. You hear like women sobbing in the crowd, sort of, oh my gosh, this looked majestic.
Oh, good sobbing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, good. At least the women don't like them.
Yep. But no.
But they do.
They do.
There are like bras just getting thrown on this frog's head.
Underwear, everything. And yeah, people are sort of like getting around him, clapping him on the back. Mr. Darksing is sort of front and center. He's obviously made an announcement to everybody, and that's where when the cheering has begun, and sort of just people congratulating. But that is the source of your commotion. We get you all to make perception checks. The owl would have stayed outside. Yes, so heading out of the castle, roll with Hermes.
21.
19.
16.
You're just like... you two would spot Kovaya with a knot of guards sort of conversing in just on the outside of the gateway, past the thronging crowd of people.
She's talking to the guards.
She's speaking with the guards, yes. So
I'll
you spot her across the...
With the stupid vanguard.
So, hold on, wait. Where are we? I could probably get... No, I've only got chatter.
I can't really use thaumaturgy to throw my voice, can I?
I mean,
No.
Like, I can to project it from me, but not to just be like...
throw it.
I can't heckle them anonymously from the crowd, is what I'm trying
well, like you throw
It will boom with your
I'm trying to be like,
smell, Dameron.
yeah, tonic smells like butts, and just like, tonic smells like...
Yeah. Everyone turns to look at you.
everyone.
Catcade.
Oh, it's just quiet. Yeah, we'll go with chatter. Sure. Yeah, people are, mobbing them, congratulating, celebrating. It sounds like the assault
Yucky.
is at least abated. So,
Can
what
I
would
try
you
to
like to
approach the vanguard?
You will have to make an athletics check to push your way through the crowd, but yes.
I can do that.
Yep.
Dirty 20.
Very nice. It's tightly knit towards the front. The kids sort of around knee height are part of the issue because you don't want to just like barge your way through.
Yeah.
But you manage to sort of clear a path, and you see them sort of doing the PR thing, like greeting people and getting up close to them. You notice that they all are adorned with one piece of mithril gear, something that is just that chrome sort of shiny silver. But they're all smiles except for Ushra. Ushra is very just lizard.
You said Dameron was kind of heading it.
Yep. Yeah, sort of doing the PR with the crowd. Yeah.
I kind of like hold my arm up to kind of shake his hand, and I say like, well met, Dameron, our histories are linked. I'm from the clan Rocksplitter.
2 seconds.
Got Damarant. We've got an elf druid with a missing finger called Princess
Aberos.
I'm sort of picturing Dameron as Homelander.
He is human. Not
honestly.
Not a pretty face.
No,
He
hairless
is-
with burn scars. The Hound,
right.
honestly.
Yeah.
But if someone shaved the
Somewhat.
Hound...
Personality of Homelander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Picture of the
I'm
Hound.
saying more like demeanor / he's probably evil.
Yeah. Oh, he's absolutely evil.
100%.
So
Confirmed.
you've got Dameron, you've got Ushra, you have Tornik Goldtwine.
What?
Tornik Goldtwine, the dwarven paladin.
The dude that made the crystal mind beams in.
Oh, I've just got Dwarf Tornik. I suspect I
Tornik.
didn't finish that.
Yeah. So that's why you were like, you've heard the name before.
You have definitely heard that name before.
It's like an artificer sort of like if he's making contraptions and stuff?
You don't know?
Does he have steampunk goggles and a little mechanical spider?
No.
I'm not an artificer, guys.
There is Aberos, an elven druid,
What's
and
his
then
Princess
Aberos.
Aberos.
and then Zulard.
An onyx-skinned
And
lady
Zoolander.
wielding a chrome
Genasi.
mithril hammer.
What were their names? Sorry.
Dameron Darksinger. Princess Aberos. Zuld.
Zulard.
That's not what my notes say.
The gall on this guy. That's not what I wrote down.
Ushra and Tornagold Twine.
Tornik.
Oh, I did have it right. Tornicold Twine.
Tornik gold twine.
Oh, I didn't have it right.
Yeah, he sort of. So you shake the hand of Dameron. And he sort of, hey, sorry, have we met? Just like, yeah, thank you, yeah.
No, our histories are linked. I'm from the clan Rocksplitter.
Oh,
Yeah,
like, and he
like
holds
the armor you wear. Yeah,
he holds up this little lantern, chrome mithril sort of lantern. Your folks.
Yes.
Oh, well, guys, he's from Dagbadir. And they all sort of turn around. Hey, thank you. It's like they all sort of show their piece, and it's perfect quality.
Yeah.
And you don't get much more than that, but there is recognition there. Absolutely.
Right, I suppose I'll.
How are the folks?
Good. They're well. Business as well.
Good.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a few years since I've been home myself, but
Were you there the day that we formed? Really?
I was too young, I believe. How long ago would it have been?
That's a great question.
Or I might have been out at sea, honestly.
You probably would not have been there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It wouldn't have been more than 5 or 10 years, maybe.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I would have.
Wouldn't have been home.
Yeah, I would have been out at sea.
Bard College.
I was
Yeah.
at Bard College. You sort of, we haven't been back in a while. Plenty to do. We'd crossed paths with these Grung before, and I mean, cut off the head, you know.
I'll say, yeah. Me and my folk dispatched 24 at the West Gate.
Oh, well met. They get more formidable. What colours were they? Because
We captured a purple one.
sort of a caste system. So the green are like your foot soldiers.
Well, not them, definitely the big ones.
No, yeah, purple,
Make a
red,
deception check.
a few golds ourselves, I think.
Just mostly gold, honestly.
There was one that was like translucent red.
Yeah.
Make deception checks.
Man.
17.
Dirty 20.
Also 17.
We are a tricky bunch.
That +9 deception comes in handy.
You may be good at reading body language, but are you good at reading mushroom language?
Yeah, I feel like any insight against you is like disadvantage.
It's like trying to like cold read an alien.
He doesn't quite follow. There is only ever one gold.
No, well, there is now because we killed them.
Maybe there were different like tribes that converged.
Possible.
Because there are at least 3 gold ones.
We spent some time with them. The goes green, purple, red, orange, which are, and the gold is sort of their leader. But
Maybe this were democratic.
Yeah, or like a
We
republic.
killed their parliament.
Multiple.
I
Probably. Yes.
highly doubt it. But no
Well,
matter.
that's probably.
You all did your
the
part.
United States of Grung.
Well done. Yes, as you can see, the gold
The
head.
Russian
The
Federation.
People's Democratic Republic of Grungo.
Russian.
I'll say.
The GSSR.
Dameron, I'll let you get back to the people. But if you're ever in
Thank-
Stonebreak, look us up. We're Needlebark Goods and Services.
Oh, do you have a? Yeah, let me just.
Turn left at Market Square, 5 paces down this alley. There you go.
Oh, thank you. He sort of puts it away.
Is it like we've got other people's business cards and just screwed it out and put our stuff instead?
What's the bar that we go
Could be whatever.
Which the Bruce Boulder?
Bruce Boulder.
No, in
The cough and swallow? The froth and swallow.
Cough
and swallow. Turn your head and cough.
We'll be at the cough and swallow later today.
He's sort of. I don't know that one. Which rings it in?
Tink.
So, tank, yeah.
Okay. If I see you there, buy your drink.
There's always a good fight there.
On Varda, because that's gladiator
Yeah.
night, as we know.
I'd be keen to test your metal.
Zula, do you hear that? And she sort of. Interesting. She's in.
Is she the druidy one?
Thurden, was there an uncle, a brother you wanted to ask him about?
Yeah, Ramekin.
It's Ragor
That's the
Darkling,
one,
but
right.
he's sort of.
Okay.
There's a big crowd of people.
All right, well,
There is a throng
It's not
of
the
people.
opportune moment to
Man,
ask.
we've made the connection.
Ice has
If
been
you
broken.
can, I've got a
Yeah.
few questions for you. If you do come to the coffin gobble.
The cold drop.
Look.
Yep. Okay.
The squat.
No worries.
The squatting.
So, yeah. You go to the. What have we got?
The froth and
Hold
swallow.
on. We've got the froth and swallow, foamy head, and then Beverly's. You're gonna have to have some words in
And
there.
the cold drop.
Yeah, I don't know
Yep.
what the fuck I'm getting there.
Cold drops in the pits.
Okay.
That's where you fought.
Yeah, the dragonboard bartender Brecken.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's where, like, we had the slap fight and he robbed them, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we had a big bar
That
fight.
was the cold drop.
Yeah, that was the cold drop.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then I guess we'll let them meld back. We'll meld back into the crowd and,
Yeah.
and go
Adoring fans.
Yeah.
People have heard of.
Bayashura. It's a mithril vanguard.
What would you guys like to do? Now, the guard are discussing on the other side of the gate.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna
gonna
approach,
head
yeah.
over to Kavaya.
Probably keep a
Do we
distance
still
if
have
they're.
Ronan's body?
Oh,
We can assume you brought it with you if you want.
I mean, what are we...
Is it like
Oh, no.
Yeah, I thought you had
nice
the
to
key.
meet you.
I thought you had the keys. So I thought you brought the key. Had the keys.
You hold
Oh,
out
no.
Ronan's hand. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little
Sorry,
weird
the
carrying
kid's
a
a bit
dead body.
stiff. Is not really shook
At this
hands.
point, I would say gentle repose and hold him, because Kavaya's got literally no reason to help us at all.
Except for the
I
fact
could
that
have
Only
been
Ronan-
her
like
song
3
stone.
persuasion checks,
Except
right?
for the
She's
fact
still
that-
not going to resist.
Starting tomorrow, I can
Ronan's the
absolutely
reason
do
she
that.
has her song stone.
It doesn't matter. She doesn't care. They
Yeah.
don't care.
Oh, well,
Well, we haven't
we'll
spoken
talk to her
her
about it.
yet.
If she,
Yeah.
Go, well,
Worst case
but after
scenario,
this, gentle
she
repose
says-
and put him in the hold.
So what was... Sorry, where is Ronan's corpse?
I'm holding him.
Okay, you carried with.
Gotcha. Over your shoulder.
yeah, fireman in the backpack.
Wait, are we getting weird looks just walking around with the corpse?
I mean,
And
Make-
also,
make a
just from
perception
what
check.
we
he
look
said he
like.
was under attack, like, today.
Yeah, but lots of people aren't just carrying corpses around. I
You're just
assume.
like... You're meeting the royalty.
Yeah.
No, not the royalty. Like
The
the...
Mithril Vanguard.
yeah.
perception.
The superheroes.
15.
Yeah, you're getting some looks. It's... I mean...
You done said dead boy before?
He has... Like, you did patch the wound around his stomach with your
He's
kid.
not just like oozing.
No, he's not dripping blood and trailing,
No, I mean, I don't think
trailing
he's got anything
intestines.
left to leak out at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but carrying him with you, it does get some looks. The Vanguard interaction could be a little different if you were carrying a corpse and talking to them. But
I'm just like cradling him like he's like a knocked out baby or something.
okay.
Knocked out stiff baby.
So we'll just say they notice
They're a little less.
quirks and eyebrow,
yeah,
just like
they're a little less like, yeah, sure, we'll come meet you at that tavern.
yeah.
Yeah, all right. Great to meet another
really
fan.
dodgy area
The
of the
co-
city and meet
The cough drop, did you say? I'll see you there.
It's the one.
Yes, so
Kavaya.
around the crowd and the guards are in discussion. People just trotting up and reporting what's
Yeah.
been happening in the city.
Since we don't have to sending Kavaya, I'm going to quickly sending Ostran.
Okay.
And I say, Ostran, a potential business opportunity. Ashara has been besieged. Medicine and supplies will be in high demand. I trust you will show gratitude for information.
And fairly instantaneously, you hear Austrian. I appreciate the insights. I will send out a convoy as soon as possible. Are you safe? If there's anything I can do.
Cannot respond until tomorrow.
Well, he would know that though, doesn't he? He knows how sending works.
Yeah.
Australian,
He knows. He uses it himself.
Yeah. Can he cast it? Did we ask him?
I think we've seen him cast it.
That's what I was going to say. I feel like he's...
And because you were like, can you cast it on Dameron? And he's like,
Yeah, and
man, I kind of don't want to like lose that.
Yeah, he's like,
you know.
But I don't want.
Yeah,
and then
it's like
he
like if
contacted
you have, like,
Dameron, and Dameron said he wasn't sure because Rag was from far before his time.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
It's
so
correct.
probably no point.
Yeah, do
asking
we
him
like
now.
convince him? Be like,
Yeah.
Come on.
It's like if you have like Obama's phone number. It's like you could just call him right now. It's like I could.
Yeah, but I want to be cool.
Yeah, then he might
Like,
block me.
Yeah.
Like,
I've got one chance.
yeah.
You got one shot.
One
Not
opportunity.
a chance.
So you sort of wait for a lull with the guards. Like it's fairly frenetic activity. Just reporting garrisons. Making sure everywhere is kind of covered. Getting head checks, reports for missing and wounded. There's a lot to take care of. And as you get closer to Kavaya, she looks pretty battered.
I'll hand the Ronin over to Ricky, and I'll use my 15 lay on hands on her.
Okay.
Oh, you just
Are
touching it?
you?
Firstly, I'd say
Okay.
Kavaya. Can I?
May I?
Just to
Allow
surprise
me,
her.
my lady.
Tips fedora.
Kavaya, you remember us? And
Yes.
I saw hold in my hands like, can I? You look a bit
Are
wounded.
you a paladin?
I am, yes.
Well, that would
And
be
then 15 lay on hands.
beautiful. She seems refreshed. Thank you.
Yeah.
How can I help?
We were just in a conference with your father.
Just to remember, we're holding the.
Oh, you're holding right. Yeah. I thought you were being like, like, and now my turn.
Yes, may I?
Now Ricky.
We were just in a conference with your father and, the coterie, and the boy, he fell defending the city. Your father said that as you are a paladin of Torm, it's possible you may be able to bring him back.
I have not the components to do so. I have the power, but I had to save one of my own.
What kind of components are we talking?
What do you require?
How long has he been?
Maybe
half
5 minutes.
No, it'll be like half an hour at this point.
It's
Yeah.
definitely been more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe about half an hour.
So you guys ran back to the Citadel,
It's less
waited
than a
10 or 15.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'd say half an hour.
that's-
40.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there was like
Coming up
it
on an
took them
hour.
10 minutes to come back, so maybe
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Okay. So what?
Because so Revivify is only within a minute. So
Yeah.
then you're talking Raised Dead
Out of
after
it.
that, which I think is level 5. Which is, I'm pretty sure it's a 500 gold.
500 gold piece. Raised
Diamond.
dead. Let's look. Yep, 500. A diamond worth at least 500.
Yeah, creatures have been dead no longer than 10 days.
He is within the bounds for raised dead. I've used Revivify for 2 of my compatriots. I have not the components. If you can provide, I can cast this spell.
Do you know where we could get some?
Within the city?
Anywhere?
Everything is closed.
Well, like where we possibly could have some. Maybe we can
That magic house.
convince the operator to open shop for quickly, or
Are you aware of the royalty?
the what?
The royalty?
Royalty? You mean your father?
Oh, no. The name is the royalty.
Where's that? Is it in the Vale?
In the pits.
We are not aware.
Sort of does an aside. If so, this is very away from her own guards.
Yeah.
I know a man who may be able to cure the royalty.
What's his name?
That is not my information to give, but
Then how can we find him if we can?
ask for the royalty, you will find him. Go
Just
out to
around
the
the pits.
So,
if you head to the western side,
that's where we cleared out our.
this is where he fell.
This is where he fell in the between the loom and the tink. We were holding off, and
Well, if you
He
continue
fell.
through those gates, there is an opening to the sewers beneath the city.
we asked down there.
I highly doubt you will get far without being found.
They'll find us.
So,
Cool.
they will find you and just ask to see.
The right.
She
royalty.
reaches into a pocket and hands you a small copper coin. It says, "Show this. It will grant you passage."
Grab it off him.
I have much to do, but come find me when
Thank you very much.
if you find what you need.
Was that near? There was the endless loop inn with the fence. Was it you,
I
Varys, who
visited a
went and
fence
found a
just to
fence?
sell some shit, and it was on the west side of the city, but I
I
don't remember too much else because it
I
was
feel like he said
Endless
something
loop
about.
is
was getting seconds.
northwest.
Okay.
Sewer's entrance somewhat west.
yeah, because I did meet with a
So
goblin fence for a tiny bit. But it
You
was like a
you would have
1 minute
walked
thing.
past the entryways
Yeah,
to the
where she's
sewers.
talking about.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, all right. Well, then,
I just turned to it. Is there anywhere, maybe for now, that
Like a temple. Or...
like we could hold the boy? Might not be the best thing to take his body into
The
sewers.
as well as if we're meeting with gangsters, it's a little bad
Yeah.
idea to go, hey, here's the direct thing you can manipulate me with.
Would you and possibly be able to
Could you-
propose or something if you have these spells?
Could you take him back to your
I have my hands full. You will have to take him. Any
Goliath.
house
Tell us,
of
yeah,
faith will house the
where's
body
the
for you.
nearest?
She sort of points around the way through the gate. Go left. There's a small building that will.
Temple to the Moss Mother.
The temples are sort of omnidirectional, so
Multi-purpose.
you may worship whomever you please.
Yeah, that's remember we were saying it was like a church with a minaret and whatever. Like it just all the
Vaguely, yeah.
like
Yeah.
we were saying that it's like
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single faith can worship there.
So you get the idea. The body would be safe in a house of the
Yeah.
faith sort of thing. So drop it off anywhere and say, I'll be back for it, and you'll be fine.
Thank you. Goodbye.
You're welcome. Again, find me if you need. I can cast you. Just I do not have the components.
Will you be?
I will. I have no
We'll be
idea
able to
where I
Yeah.
will be.
We can just sending her or something.
Yes, send me a message. And she turns back and starts, issuing commands, just like gets the discussion going again with her guards. So what would you like to do?
I guess head
Go to the
towards the
sewers.
temple.
Oh, actually,
Go to the temple.
can we go pick up our uniforms? Can we go see if that's all ready?
Isn't that
He
what they
said
say?
they wouldn't be ready until like a day or two after.
all the shops are
And that was
closed anyway.
before the city got attacked.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Midday.
Like best case scenario, he's been murdered and we can just go in there and take stuff.
It's probably
Yes.
1:30.
I said what I
We
said.
kind of like wandered around for a few hours in
Yeah.
the festival. Ate potato skewers, rada, speech,
Important point. Yep.
attack.
Found out about mac and cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
there's just
okay,
not
yeah.
much
I
else to
forgot
do.
that they were all closed
Yeah.
and stuff, yeah.
There's
Yeah,
not
that's
much
what-
else to do.
Yeah, because I can go and talk to Mac and Cheese in 3 days.
Yeah.
I wrote. I talked to the goblin.
Because we've got to pick up
the
the
vendor.
uncursed warhammer and our reverse
he'll
side
gonna
cloak.
check the mask as well.
Yeah, he's having a look at the mask.
He was gonna see if he could,
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Like if it was
and if he could, he would do it. If not,
yeah.
Right. No dramas.
All right.
But yeah, destroy the
sewers
temple
then?
and then go to the sewers. Yeah.
Do you have any more of that healing?
Any more? I can use healing spells.
Mm.
Do you need to heal?
I'm kind of
Do
half.
you, do you need healing?
Yeah, I like lift up my arm and there's just a giant gash and I'm like bleeding. My tunic is soaked red. I'm like,
Oh,
just a little bit.
You should have said.
We were kind of busy.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on you.
Thank you.
Yeah, in the panic of
Yeah, the adrenaline is
Ronan
worn off.
dying and the mad rush back to the castle,
Yeah.
you sort of slow down for a second. You're like, ah,
12.
yeah, sure,
Thank you.
what's me?
Yeah, that puts me very close to full. Thank you.
Does anyone else need healing?
Didn't get a scratch.
I copped 1 minor hit, but I'm fine.
I copped a few of those spitballs.
Yeah, you were copping the acid.
Yeah. But yeah, so ditch the boy at the temple and then sewers.
Temple and sewers, let's do it.
Okie dokie. So they sort of give you the general. We will watch the body for you until you come and collect
gentle
it.
repose it.
Sign here, and here.
Yep, and now I own your company. You didn't read the fine print. Hostile takeover. Sorry, I'm just trying to find what I need.
Your temple are belong to us.
All your temple. Where the hell
So run to the temple.
was some of these?
Drop
Yep.
Ronan. Bye, Ronan.
All right, see you, buddy.
If we get him rezzed, we need to make sure he never tells Elspeth about it.
Well, what level can you learn modify memory?
A few.
And is it around the same level where I can learn to raise dead him?
Sorry, I am hunting.
Modify memory I can get at level 9.
Okay.
Not too far.
We could just delay.
We're gonna level up.
taking him
We're gonna
home
level
for a
up
while.
today to 7, and then
Or maybe
Tomorrow,
he might
tonight.
have some message from the Great Mother for the coin.
Okay,
Modify memory him anyway.
so
This is all part of his journey.
Exactly.
Closer
You-
to the Moss Mine.
you make your way
Becoming the
out
BDH.
of.
Could you imagine?
Whoops.
Might as well.
Just Kavaya, as a paladin, was she all like plate armored up and stuff?
Absolutely.
nice.
Because I've got a.
Proper plate mail. She
Yeah.
has a big red stone in the center of
Does she have a
her.
great sword by any chance? Because I have a very good mini with a great sword. Like a lady knight.
Sure.
Big red
Perfect.
stone.
Why
She
not?
can.
Yeah, good.
Oh, she got a sword. Yes. She's like to the nines in shiny plate. But yeah, sort of stands out from the rest of the true hearts. They all have a smaller set stone over their heart. Hers is a big central one.
Is she? So is she in charge of the True Hearts?
You didn't ask, but you would get
Kavaya,
you would assume
The
you
big
would
red
assume
gem in the
that-
center of her armor.
maybe just a
Big
coincidence.
true heart.
Similar design philosophies. Maybe they just use the same fashion house.
Maybe. So, oh, actually, I know what I've got. I've got underground
Do you have
lake
sewer music?
somewhere. Underground lake.
Just the Ninja Turtles song.
Where are you? Where are you, little bugger?
Ninja Turtles.
Damn.
Yeah, drop Ronan off and start heading towards Sewery boys.
Pretty much.
Yes, sir.
Hey, there you go. Let's see if this suits.
Sewer.
So, you smell it before you find it. You know you're heading in the right direction at the very least. But, I mean, it's a fairly new establishment, this city, so the sewers aren't, as scummy as they could be. Still, it's an open sewer system. It's got some outlets into the pits. Yep. And there are folks that work to prestidigitate and clean. Like, that's part of what the pits actually function for the city. But it still stinks. You can't fully get rid of that. And so you come around. There are people... No, there would not be anyone out here at this point.
This would have already been evacuated because the frog people would have.
Correct. People would have run screaming from here. So at this point, you don't really cross paths with any people. No one's quite yet brave enough to leave the safety of the Vale. unless they're guards or adventurers like you lot. And so you head out through the western gates. It's almost eerie seeing the city deserted compared with, how the morning started, flocking people everywhere. You still see those small insects flitting in and out of existence, sort of just randomly. Some leave little jagged sparking trails, leaves an after image. You can try and catch some if you want.
Try to catch one.
Sure.
Is it would it be acrobatics or
Let's say sleight of hand.
sleight of hand?
Trying to snatch that bug up there.
Yeah, it's just 9.
And you grab it.
Oh,
Um,
what colour is it?
this one is one of the sparking ones, so it's a yellowy blue.
Nom nom.
You put it in your mouth and it sort of fizzes for a second. You crunch it down, you've eaten worse. You don't necessarily feel any different.
Interdimensional.
Planar. But you crunch it down, other than the slight jolt, you don't feel any different.
What? Do they all look the same?
No.
Like the blue, so all the blue and yellow ones are like different kinds of bugs?
They're all manner of different
Like
variations.
snowflakes.
Yep.
So the one that you caught was was it a red one?
I honestly cannot remember.
I meant like the actual bug itself.
Yeah, like
do
they're all the
do
same
they-
species, but
Oh, yeah.
Just some look like dragonflies and some look like butterflies and some look
There
like...
are
Just
or
like
they
little
definite
dots,
variations between. Like, they're not big. Like, they're probably yay. So there's
like-
not much to
like
distinguish them.
size kind of.
Yeah,
I like
just
different
plain.
coloured firefly sort of thing.
Kinda, yeah. So the sort of glow that they have, they all vary slightly. You can tell there's a similar sort of species, but some variations. And you get down towards what smells like the sewers. There's a couple of rundown sort of houses and an open sewer pipe, quite large, probably 3 foot diameter. And
Is there a colour on it?
no, open.
Oh, it's just open.
Yep.
Is it like
This is a runoff
straight down?
from what you can see.
or
No.
Is it like
Horizontal.
just a pipe on the ground?
Going into sort of a mound of underneath the city.
Okay.
All right.
I guess we'll just start walking through it. Can I wait? I think I've got a torch. I'll just light a torch.
Well,
Maybe
people
for-
lighting something with all this methane.
Oh yeah, true. Man. You know,
Yeah, like my first thing to joke was, just light a torch, throw it in, blow the whole thing up.
yeah, no,
And you're like, genuinely, let's do that.
That's how the second capital city.
Shara, you blew it up.
You damn you!
Oh, now we
blew it all!
You damn filthy orc.
Now we know what happened to Skulls.
Skeleton?
Yeah, basically,
Skeleton?
there wasn't enough ventilation in the sewage system. They sent the wrong guy to investigate.
Yeah.
We'll
I
start.
know what I'll do.
I can't really see in here. Just give me a second.
I'll just leave.
You just see mushroom cloud from.
Atlantis.
Yes, so you light the thing, and
All die.
I mean, he'll have the lantern in the thing, I guess. But
Kind of druidcraft, or is it the mushrooms glow?
Bioluminescent.
because the main thing is,
Something like that.
Sorry, what are you
the
trying to
rest
do?
of us all have night vision.
oh,
Oh, dancing lights it was.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
can,
I'm
but I
trying to
think
do.
that's like it only lasts for a minute, and then you move it with yourself. But like,
Can't
it only lasts for a
I-
minute.
I feel like I was like druid crafting or doing something in my lantern.
you have a belt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was your belt of glow?
Belt of sea glow make light.
The belt you've had the whole
The
time.
literal entire campaign, except
Belts the glowing girdle. Glow and gloom the keywords. I say glow.
glow. The belt around your waist emits a soft yellow light, and you're able to see. Walking in the pipe, there is a layer of some sort of runoff that slowly trickles out. So you can either slosh straight through it or kind of walk either side.
Look, we're going into the sewers. We're going to get dirty.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that, Varys?
Well, I'll walk as much to the sides as I can.
I'm just picturing, just like you had with the legs spread apart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
just Van Damme splitting it
Full
the whole
splits.
way
Pretty
down.
much.
Theoden's just like
Yeah,
slopping
but
through.
Ricky's like, "Yeah, you guys go ahead while I'm here."
Are you gonna like prestidigitation a cloth to your face? Or?
Man, you're gonna have to comb the chunks out of your chest hair.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I got prestidigitation.
It's gonna be like getting peanut butter out of shag carpet.
Just don't trip over. Sweet lordy. Yes, so you begin walking through, and your voice as your footsteps echo down. And you can't see an ending. So it's sort of, it goes on a fair way in there.
Can you send Hermes fast through it? See how long it is?
Down, yeah.
And like just ahead of us, to see how far it is.
Just send him flying straight ahead, not at max speed in case there's like a crisscross section of wire that he just cheese cubes himself on. But
Yeah. That's what the sewer folk do.
Yeah.
Cheese cube.
yeah, but yeah, just send him flying down
Yep.
the tunnel, eyes open, see what he sees.
So to report back anything. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Just to tell us when it comes out into a room or anything
Yeah.
that's not tunnel.
The
So
old sewer folk piano wire trick.
gets them every time.
Got to cut those turds up somehow.
Yeah. Easier to stomp down. So walking through the sewers, it's an absolute warren. After this first initial sort of runoff pipe that you go through, you are spoiled for choice. There's left-right turns, basically
So I should
spiderwebbing
probably start
through the whole
writing
thing.
down which choices we make here. Who wants to volunteer for cartography?
I'll just knock it down.
Alright, super.
All right.
Well, so it's like what? Right now we've got left or right, or we've got left, straight, right.
Left or right to begin with, and then it begins to branch out.
Did
Left
Hermes
is
fly
always
down?
right.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Alright, Kincaid.
I was just. Does one of them smell better?
The air smell.
What if we send...
With a doubt, follow your nose.
What if we go left and send Hermes right?
we can
do that.
We can
Free
just
to
send
do that.
Hermes right now.
Send Hermes
Wait.
right, we'll go left.
Okay. Are you making stealth or normal?
Normal.
No, we want him
Normal.
to find us, right?
We
Yeah.
kind of want
I was
to
almost going to call out, like, do we just call out for the royalty? But probably.
Yeah.
Also, we
okay,
don't
no.
know if the
does.
royalty is the only thing down here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Again, like if it's just some kind of giant rat or something.
Yeah, we can,
Yeah, but
we
I
can
don't
handle
know.
common
Have you-
sewer creatures.
Have you seen
Sewer
Star
crocodiles.
Wars?
I mean,
Can't say that I have.
The famous play, you know, when they're in the trash compactor.
and there's some multi-limbed.
Tentacle
Yeah,
monster?
the eyeball thing comes up and then no more Han Solo.
So, are you guys going left and sending Hermes right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yep. So, I'll just get you to roll perception with Hermes.
Yeah.
Flapping through at normal pace.
15.
Yep.
15.
So, flapping down the right, you can poof him to you at any point. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's like
You
within
can-
a certain
You can
range.
poof him out of existence and then poof him into existence.
Yeah, it's like he can be anywhere when you unpoof him, but when you poof him, it's only within a certain range.
Yeah.
Something
Within-
like, or is it the other way
within
around?
30 feet.
No, I think it's.
But
Yeah,
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 I'm not sure if
sounds
there's like
right.
a limit on me being able to recall him.
Either way, that's okay. So, Hermes flapping off into the darkness the other way, and you guys go the other. It's probably a few hundred meters through these pipes. Remember, in quite a large city.
She could have just told us the direction to go. Jesus.
And at a certain point, Hermes mentally reports to you there are some grung up ahead.
Okay. Alright, well, yeah, I just want him to turn around and
Grown.
fly back down. I don't want him to go any further up that way.
Okay. Did you want to roll perception or go for a nature check with Hermes?
What's that? Wisdom?
Nature is intelligence.
Intelligence?
Which he had like what,
He had
-4?
he had 2.
Yeah, he's
so
got 2, so that'll be negative. So that'll be like 12.
Okay, 12's not bad.
Bad, yeah.
Reports back to they don't appear aggressive. They are sound to be
Sewer
feeding, chewing on something.
Okay. Yeah.
They may have accidentally come through the pipes,
Alright.
drawn to water or that sort of thing. But they don't appear hostile from what Hermes sees. That's about 12 intelligence.
Yeah. Yeah.
would
Alright.
this be an if they're not hostile? Have a chat.
I mean,
Worst case scenario,
speak-
we murder them.
Yeah, what do we want to go check?
if they speak,
Best case scenario, have a chat, find out why they came
see
here,
if they
then
talk,
murder
yeah.
them.
then murder.
What
If-
colour were they?
If they don't,
Did Hermes
green?
Did Hermes gather that?
Yeah, like off his.
I don't see a
12.
downside here.
Yeah.
If they talk, then
Greenish.
awesome.
Yeah, greenish.
If they are just chill, we can keep on looking for the royalty. If
Yeah,
they're not
sure.
chill, we can kill them.
Yeah, sure.
So double back and go up the right path.
Yep. I'll just recall Hermes to me, and when he gets to me, I'll just de-summon him for now.
Okay, beautiful. So you slosh your way back. Are you approaching quietly?
Well, we want to make contact with him, right? So
Yeah.
whoever's in the front that wants
just
to
go
get
on a normal
talking.
pace.
Maybe
yeah.
Ricky in front, as you're the most persuasive, and can't you talk to people?
I can understand
He can
people.
understand him. He can't like.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, if they can't understand me, it's kind
I
of
mean, Darren said that they were, but maybe someone in the.
I mean, have you tried talking Aquan at them?
I don't think I tried talking to them at all.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, it's worth a shot, for
Ricky's-
sure.
If they don't register the common, maybe they speak some form
Aquan
of
or
water creature,
druidic.
or that,
Or,
whatever.
or I can cast speak with animals, is the other thing.
Yeah, if they're animals.
If that doesn't
Alright, well,
work.
yeah, like
All right.
just
I don't
keep
think
in
that
mind
will
that this
be.
may be a single file pipe sort of thing. So
Yeah.
if baffles on the mind,
So yeah,
whatever.
3 meter in diameter. So
Fairly single.
getting side by side would be pretty difficult.
Maybe if, given that we're the two most likely to be able to speak to them,
Yeah, you
if
do
you
that
go in
front.
front and then I go behind you, because I
Yeah.
can see over you.
file. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not.
I think yeah, we
Ceiling.
just sit behind. That's fine.
Done.
Cool.
All right. So you slowly make your way through. Let's go perception. Let's see how they're.
Because Mythical Vanguards, and they spent time with them.
Yeah, and it's like they normally like live
But
semi peacefully within the marshes.
Yeah, they
I'm
just
not
kind
sure
of
if
chill
it's because
down
the
there.
lizard dude can speak to them or not, though.
Yeah, maybe.
So they are sort of speaking to one another.
Can
Low ribbit.
I understand it? Is it Aquan?
It's not.
Is it Druidic? If I'll cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
Does that work?
Do they count as animals?
They'll be humanoid.
Yeah, they are humanoid.
How far away are they from us?
So you probably stop, like you can hear it echoing around the place, and the chamber that they're sort of in, it goes from a circular pipe out to a square, boxy sort of shaped
Okay.
corridor, with runoff in the middle and then raised platform either side, and yeah, they're not super tall. They're just sort of sitting in the liquid, conversing. So you stop whenever you would like to.
Well, if I can get within 30 feet of them, I'll activate my cloak.
Okay. Are you rolling stealth or are you just walking up?
So we just kind of walk
Yeah, I'll walk up and I'll call out, just, well met,
Okay.
and activate my cloak.
The croaking sort of stops suddenly. And yeah, they turn.
I just kind of walked in it, I'll jump down into their little pit.
And I would like you to roll persuasion.
Are you holding your sword out? Or
No, I'd have it sheathed for this. Oh, geez, that's a big roll. 13?
Okay. They sort of.
Well, what does that mean?
You activate your cloak, and the ribbit becomes direction. Ribbit becomes lost.
Ah, you need a way out.
They don't understand what you're saying,
Like how
but
we communicate
they're speaking to each other.
Um,
Have you played charade?
yeah. Trying to you lost.
I love it.
Yeah, I'll try saying, do you speak Aquan by any chance?
In Aquan.
Says Kincaid in Aquan.
You hear this fish, whatever it sounds like.
Yeah.
They don't understand Aquan.
What about Druidic?
Nope.
I speak dwarf.
I'm going to tell you now. You guys don't know the Grung language.
But they might speak. Like, we don't speak Grung, but they might speak something that we speak.
They have no understanding of what you're saying.
Okay.
Given their coloration, you would understand
little
them to be
footmen.
fairly dense.
Do they have weapons like
Yep.
they came here in the raid?
Yep.
Well, they don't speak our language and they look like the raiders. And
So
they're lost.
They just sort of.
That's what they're ribbiting about.
I'm gonna
I'll pull out a ration.
like hoping that I'm speaking something they understand.
My mother was a thing! Get out!
So, with your charades, I'll get you to make. Jeez, what do we use here?
Performance?
It's got to be performance.
Yeah, it does.
Make a performance check.
Crit for a 29.
To do what?
Play
Charade.
charades with them.
To
Convey
communicate.
interpretive dance.
Oh.
You channel your inner toad. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Be the toad. Think the toad thoughts.
Ribbit, frogs.
Yeah, I'm
Love
method acting. I'm there.
Motivation.
I'm in the liquid. I can feel it through my skin.
I look at Kincaid and
Springy legs.
I lick my eyeball.
What is mine?
Yeah, method acting.
And you sort of gesture back that way, the way that you've just come from. And you hear, thank, and then they keep.
Probably shouldn't let them back out in the city, should we? Unfortunately, from the communication I can understand of them, very basic, like single word. Like I'm thinking, if they see a villager out there trying to clean up, they're gonna murder them.
I mean, can they even get past us? Aren't we kind of blocking the...
Yeah, because
I suppose they're kind of hopping towards the entrance, I guess.
Yeah.
Of where you guys are standing.
So I'm like standing. So is it like a lower level?
No, so
okay.
the pipe cut kind of stops and then it becomes a square sort of box.
So I'm in the square box. You guys are still in the pipe.
Yep. And they don't make any
What is it,
hostile
like
movement
three?
towards you.
How many of them?
Two.
Yeah. Like,
Do
we're
we
gonna
risk?
die
We
instantly.
probably don't want to risk them.
Yeah.
It's only two of them and it's the weak ones.
Yeah, like there's...
So we can either kill them or let someone else kill them later, I guess. Or...
Well, it's... Yeah, like if you let them go, they'll probably kill a civilian or two.
Yeah,
sort of
that's-
thing, and we lack the ability to probably...
as they come past me,
I
I
was gonna-
swing my warhammer.
Yeah, I was gonna just wait till one gets in
Yeah.
close range and then just inflict wounds at.
I was going to say, like we could use minor illusion and try and, communicate marshes, you want go, and then try and take them somewhere else. But yeah,
On a 29, you could angle it that way.
Like, yeah, do we care enough? Like, do you want to try and make some kind of diplomatic outreach to these people, or do you just want to kill them and we'll do that some other time?
I mean,
Maybe they'll
They
remember
came-
us when we
they-
go to their marshland.
they came here raiding and killing and pillaging and
Well, I mean,
They
came
killed
here
Romans.
facing-
They've got limited goodwill.
yeah,
Like I feel like I'm, they killed Ronan.
yeah.
They got limited. They've got,
Burden's just.
The one that killed Ronan, I tied up and left with you guys. Like,
Yeah.
you wanted to torture one of them, then was your chance.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
why
but-
we gave him to the True Hearts because of exactly that sort of thing, Paris.
But it's
You
more,
wanted to torture him, not me.
yeah.
If I ever wanted to torture anything,
I've never tortured anyone.
I just killed them.
I just
but it's
could.
it's more so just like,
I know how it's
you know,
done.
they're gonna wander out of the tunnel. Are they going to see more bugs and just forget everything and go after the bugs and murder anyone they come across again? Or
So
are they
I'm
gonna
going to
leave?
need a snap decision.
Yeah, I'm just
Murder.
gonna crunch one in the head.
Murder.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
As soon as it gets in,
Yep. So that you sort of go to let them pass, and then you just spring into action. We're not going to bother rolling a fight here.
I guess one goes to Kincaid.
Close. They have 16 HP.
I was taking notes.
AC 12. There is no issue here.
They're going to be dead.
They.
But what if I crit? What about Morphe's Massacre Memoir?
I mean, you can roll your attack if you would like.
Absolutely, I do.
This is just a surprise. A nice little.
Oh my god, I got a crit on the second attack. I'm not gonna
So
roll
what's surprise? Is surprise advantage or no?
Oh, it's definitely
you just get a turn, but they don't.
Yeah.
My first.
And you
attack
really
hit my
inflict
second crit.
woundsing.
Yes.
So
20.
That'll hit.
Something. 7.
AC 12. You
One.
got them. Yes, they are very, very dead. You hear them.
You're actually rolling.
You hear them say thank,
Damn.
and then you utterly annihilate them.
10, 16.
I wish I
Just
crit
enough.
That's exactly their health.
Yep.
And you crit one.
Yeah,
You did.
the first hit was like 10 damage, and the second one was a crit. So
So you cripple the thing and then put it out of its misery. 2 dead.
Yeah.
I rolled 1.
I didn't even draw my sword. I just let them walk past me, and when they have their
You're
back
like,
turns,
"Oh, there
and
you go,
and
you
I
can
just
go
mime
home."
sorry, because I am also of the thought that they shouldn't be let out.
Given what's just transpired. Fair.
Enemies of the state, and we represent the state now.
I mean,
Well, also, like,
I'm an agent of the crown.
no.
yeah, we literally have a letter.
Yeah,
we.
says we're allowed to go in and out. Not that
Yeah.
we particularly
Well, it
are
says that
agents of the state.
it says that we're representatives of the Alos in
Yeah,
Nottingham.
okay.
Yep. So nothing to do with True Hearts, nothing to do with like guards or anything, but you represent.
Yeah,
the
we don't
interests.
necessarily have like power
Like,
to make
yeah.
decisions or do anything, but hopefully it'll kind of let
gives
us
us a
into places
bit of,
that
yeah.
we wouldn't otherwise.
A little bit of
bit of
leeway in a
influence.
sticky spot.
Yeah, sure.
Like when you commit a crime in Skyrim, and you're like, "I'm the Thane. Look the other way." And they're like, "Oh, okay. I didn't recognize you."
Fair enough.
And so continuing on, there's a platform either side of the sort of spillway
Yeah.
that you can walk dryly.
Okay.
And so you continue, and there's a few different twists and turns. Your end goal is to be discovered. So you're not being quiet about it. You've been told folk live down here.
can you thaumaturge like, hello, is anybody here?
Yeah, if we want to just call out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, my
yeah,
legs
yeah,
getting down.
Maybe mention
Yeah.
or like
We are looking for the royal family. We can't-
Royalty.
Yep, the royalty.
The royal. Wait, what who are we working for?
For
And
Koleshnikov, we are come to look for the royalty.
at the use of thaumaturgy, you hear voices from one of the twists and turns. You've been walking probably 15 minutes post your double back and murder. It was for the city, for the greater good.
For the greater good.
Crusty jugglers. And some voices up ahead. Who goes there?
Needlebark goods and services.
we have the coin.
But bring it in.
If you have wares.
So you
I mean the copper coin.
you sort of
The
I was
coin.
thinking Khajiit has wares if you have coin.
you head to a crossroads. There's a goblin figure sort of standing on the far side across the way, and you step up to the intersection, sort of hold it out.
Yeah, I've got the
Yeah.
coin.
It's not a normal copper.
Yeah.
It's got something else printed on it.
Figured.
And you sort of hold it up. And you notice that there are a number of goblins either side in each of the axes of this crossing. They say, all right. 'Tis a royalty, you say?
Yes, sir. If you please.
Can I kind of gauge, are these guys do I think they're working for the royalty, or are they opportune highwaymen that are like, yes, we'll take you to who you want to see?
Roll an insight check.
Yeah, I mean,
Step.
3.
very good.
You have never seen
Trust
such
me,
royalty.
man.
Best guess. Whatever you would think.
Criminal's a criminal.
9. That's it really.
Oh, we all.
I mean, yeah, it's fair to roll insight on this.
We're all not done so great.
15?
The last. Oh, 15's terrible.
15's could be worse.
9.
No.
You know criminal stuff, though, don't you?
Surely
What's your
I know
background?
shanking people.
What's your background? Is it criminal or is it noble?
You guys need a session with Yakka. Painting him with that brush.
Yeah.
He's always looking to do criminal and illegal activities. Like, every chance we get. It's like, hey, what do you want to do on your day off? I want to steal and or kill people.
I like murder and stealing. I like money.
I'm not even sure what my background is.
That's all right.
In this thing.
You are regal in background.
Yeah, pretty much.
Noble.
So, you can't really judge. You haven't met that many goblins. Not too sure.
And a lot of the goblins we have met are criminals, so it's kind of like...
Yeah.
The vendors through the city.
Oh, they were all
goblin
goblins,
folk.
weren't they?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're all goblins.
I was
You've
thinking
met
more of like
Blint
Hick
briefly.
and then the other goblins
Hick,
that
yeah.
they killed before.
We know we've met. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
okay, no,
quite a
fair.
lot of goblins in the shower.
Yeah.
Finnick.
Yeah, Finnick.
There might be a lot of goblins because they've got the goblin, Thane. Not Thane. What's the other
Ward.
Yeah, they're trying to really up relations.
Yeah, they're like integrating
migration.
kind of spec.
Yep. So they sort of this way.
They're
And-
all like wearing.
Oh, they're armed.
Yeah, well, I
Absolutely.
was going to say like a
Okay,
uniform
that's-
or something. Do they all look like they're part of? They don't all have like mafia suits and
No.
fedoras.
They're not wearing
They're
matching
holding
outfits.
Tommy guns.
Yeah, you would wear a nice suit when you're hanging out in the sewer.
Listen, hey, you wise guy. Like, are they all chewing like toothpicks?
Wise guy. No, they're just goblin folk. That's why you can't really tell
Hanging out
what affiliation they are. They're just wearing whatever.
in the sewer.
If we ever met
got
them,
the goblin
all
ghoul.
of Belchbag's organisation
goblin
dresses and talks exactly like that. All of
I'll make a
Belchbag's
note of it.
goblins are like that. Yes.
With the royalties Gulch bag, and next to him, is Sugo standing there.
Oh, Sugo.
Hugo, as his
I was going to say fromage.
bodyguard.
Welcome to the kingdom of the fromagerie.
His kingdom just from sewer.
Yeah, he is the royalty because he's the kingdom
From under cheese.
from under cheese.
So the goblin sort of leads you off, and they sort of form up around you guys, sort of as an escort, and they lead you twists and turns. Eventually, you're sort of just like, oh my word, this place is an absolute maze. But if you're paying attention, I'll get you to roll intelligence. No, you wouldn't need to. Like, you're walking at normal pace. You can marker right at this intersection, left there. Take the right fork here. And eventually
I'm
you
just
start.
going to mark with chalk as we're going along anyway.
Yeah, sure.
I've got chalk, I bought chalk.
Okay,
Okay,
nice.
fair enough.
I'm just going to mark every turn, just like pick the wall.
Yep. So you start to see signs of residents, people's dwellings.
Fresh nerds.
No, more like lean-tos and stuff like that. So
Underpass.
belongings and yeah, exactly.
Is there smoke?
No.
No. So the methane problem is real.
I mean the torch is burning. Oh no, you didn't light one. You're
I
getting the
got the girdle.
Could you turn that down?
I could only turn it off.
Oh, okay,
It
never
doesn't
mind.
have a dimmer switch.
Never mind.
You might need to, get someone to do that for you.
It's just like he's like right in his eyes.
Yeah. Wait, could
Any
you put
time he
it
turns.
waist height?
Yeah.
Could you put cloth over it so it's
Dimmer.
dim?
Maybe.
You don't know, fold your cloak up over it.
Yeah.
Put it.
It does soften the glow from
I'll
it.
do that.
Thank you.
Could I put it up in the lantern?
No, you need to be
Needs
wearing
to be
it.
wearing
And they lead you on further into the sewers. You go for probably 20 odd minutes. Just turn after turn. At this point, you've probably lost all sense of direction, like which way you'd be facing.
Or where we're underneath.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And you come past parts that are obviously dumping chutes where rubbish is thrown or actual poop chutes. And, I mean, the place is pretty putrid.
Yeah.
But you take a last...
What you've done with it.
Is that your ass smell?
And you come to a sort of spot that widens out, and it makes an open sort of chamber ahead. And you see an absolute... This looks like a rubbish tip. So maybe a central dumping ground. And it's impressive.
So they tip their garbage into the sewer as well? Jesus.
Yes.
Which of the coterie is responsible for this?
None. That's the problem.
It's the problem.
They don't have a.
Maybe you can be the coterie of the
I'm not doing it,
underground.
but dear God, this is like such a hell
Yeah.
lesson. The city is going to be dead from the plague in years.
I'm the coterie of war. I'm the coterie of exploration. I'm the
Coterie of the system. Sanitation.
Cleanliness. They need someone.
Coterie of basic hygiene.
But as you sort of come into this open chamber, you see a number of goblins sort of milling around, some throwing dice, some sort of on watch.
Okay.
And you hear a voice from sort of the center of the rubbish.
Is it a trash throne?
It is.
It's a trash throne.
You hear,
So,
No,
a bunch of new recruits. You're looking for the royalty, the mushroom man, the undergrowth, Das Pompadour, big casino, mac and cheese, Capitan, Chief Buckwheat, the crusty juggler, Fromage Etoile, Triple Chief, the Chalky Butcher. You've come into my domain.
and atop the rubbish pile, you see this elderly goblin with a wispy white beard, an old hooked nose, very aged, but covered in strange gizmos. You see a spider sitting on his shoulder. You see something flapping up near the roof.
Is there anything else?
So many
Call
names.
you by?
I forgot how many names he gave himself.
And we're going to end the session there.
What? No Sugo with him?
That's all you get.
What's happened to Sugo?
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Belchy bag.
Belch bag.
The second that you came up with him, I was like, oh, I know exactly where he's going. There's no way I could.
And then I was like, yeah, he has a criminal empire down in the sewers of some city.
I was like, you're just
Boy,
writing
does
it for me. But again, thank you for watching. Do subscribe if you enjoy the content. Go out and check that wasn't White Plume, was it?
Against the Giants.
Against the Giants.
That means against the Giants must be canon.
Cannon.
Well, yeah. That's
Catch us
exactly
next time.
what that would imply. Yep.
Exactly what that means. There it is.
Brother! Did we say that they were all canon, like in one way or the other?
No.
I don't know if that was like ever said
I
or
thought-
stated,
I
but it
thought
does
that,
seem to be that that's how it's what it is.
I thought they were, but it was like it just might be on like a whole other continent or time period or, you know.
It was left unclear.
Yeah.
We didn't entirely expect.
Yeah.
As soon as he said it, man, I was like,
Because it's like this trashy place with lots of
Yeah,
goblins. Like,
yeah.
it's got to be Belchbag, surely.